That's okay, Santiso. Family first. Family always first.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Philip. Tiso, family first.
Ça marche, ça marche. Hello, I'm here. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Checking everything is streaming fine on all platforms. Seconds. So we're on Twitch. We are on YouTube. I think we're even on LinkedIn and Twitter. So, wonderful. Yes, we are live. Nice.
Hello.
Awesome. Okay, so if this is all good, and I have access to the chat.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, 1, 2, 3. We're here. All good.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm getting audio feedback. Echo.
Ah.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. Gone. Check. Hi. Wow. All right. Very good. Wow, so many of you are here tonight. Hi, Daniele.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
So many.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, I finally figured out how to use OBS. So normally, not everybody can see a camera today, which was different during the live art. So yeah, awesome. I just put some music on while people are connecting. And let me see. Yes, I can share the audio from my computer. Well, already a lot of people actually. But I want to make sure more people join in. So 2 seconds. Share screen. Share audio. Okay. All right. I hope
Okay.
you're rapidly seated. All right. Does anyone has a song request to start?
The song request.
Something
The
soft.
beautiful song about the small Faerians living in the forest.
I don't know that. I'm gonna just put some lo-fi music.
Oh, do we have anything with Mike Oldfield?
Okay. Let me see. Japanese songs. That's what I was listening all day.
見上げた空は幼い頃と変わらずに僕らを今も見ているよ夏の夕が滲んだ夢は淡く儚さを彩る心は群青眠れる月は愛に抱かれながら遠い明日の空に何を見るの黄昏にそっと茜が海に溶けるうつむくまま君は夏に身を委ねる幼い鳥が夜空の
All right. Let me stop this music for a second. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Chapter 2 Humanity. Wow. Oh, it's been quite a journey for the past 2 months almost. Because we started reaching out to artists in May, and we gathered more than 100 of you, and now at the end you remain. So congratulations for all being here today. Welcome to the collectors. Or any general audience, friends who are watching. This is the presentation of the second chapter of Faerian called Humanity, and we have so many beautiful artists tonight here. With that, yes, I wanted to show you something cool also because we're on camera. I'll just put myself on the spotlight. So as some of you may know, wait, that's not, how do I spotlight on me? Spotlight for everyone. Yes. So this is, well, this may be reversed, but so 2 weeks ago we were at the NFC Lisboa event, non-fungible conference, to show you guys on the screen doing all your live art, and this was actually the kakemono we used. So I wanted to show you because it's just behind me, and I'm so proud to show it to all the people I meet, like, hey, this is what I do, and this is what you're being part of. So if you notice, your pictures are here in this. We use your social media info to be there. So yes, initially I was like, what should we put for the design, for the background, for the kakemono? And she's like, oh, we should use the artist. That's you, even. That's nothing else. So yeah, it's really inspiring to have that. And the other one I have from the conference where you all wear is this one, which maybe you saw on social media. So Faerian, the gallery, live human art to grab the attention, and NFT Design Awards or jury. So I want to do a quick introduction for the people maybe are watching, but they have no idea what this event is about because it's the first time. So I'll go back to the gallery. So in May, we asked artists, human artists, if they would like to participate in a very particular challenge, which is to design live art over 3 days based on prompts that will be submitted by the public. And the artist accepted. So in an era where all the focus in the art space seems to be focused really on AI and how machine is great and can do so many things, it seemed to me, like looking at everything that was going on social, that it would be really great to put human artists back on the spotlight. And if you want actually one little story that inspired that, I have one artist, maybe come here tonight, Barrett from Marin. He's been doing Photoshop for a decade, almost doing concept art. And once he lost a client because the client told him, I don't think what you do is really you. I think it's the AI doing it. So I don't want to pay you for your work. And he was like, no, but I did it. Like, look, those are my drafts. You don't believe me? And the client did not believe the artist. And so I was like, wait, what does that mean today? What's the difference between the human artist and the AI artist? Is it the visual output or is it the process behind? And it seems to me that's the answer. The only thing that's left between a human artist and an AI artist is the process you guys have behind the artwork. So why not showcase a big event to show those people the beauty of the process behind live art, human art. So thank you all so much for participating. So what happened is artists signed up, and then we also asked prompters to register. And then for about 10 days, we opened the page on the website, which I'm going to show in a second. To humanity. Maybe it will bring you good souvenirs. If some of you are prompters, write in the chat. Share my screen in a second. So, yes. Window capture and prompters and prompt for humanity. Got it. You got me. Okay. This is too big. Okay, second, it's coming on screen soon. So if you're on Zoom right now, know that I will be showing the screen on YouTube, on all the stream channels. Transition, okay. So this was the page that the prompters saw, Welcome Humanity. And we explained to people who joined this page that in front of them is a blank canvas. It's a white space and a new imaginary world. And, you know, like maybe you know Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, you know, Narnia, but how do all these words come to life? They come to life because people imagine and they create ideas and then build on ideas and they bring them to life. So we want to create a new world. Faerian is a gallery of imaginary worlds. So we want to ask people to bring their own piece to that world. So people clicked on I am ready and then they were able to enter a prompt. So maybe they will write something like I want to see, I don't know, a blue mountain with a fairy on the top. And then they will click on generate. The idea was, of course, to trick people thinking it was a new AI piece, you know, like MidJourney or DALL-E. Except this time, when we click on see the results, we tell them, oh no, of course we cannot generate an image for you. We need artists to do that. We need human artists. So hopefully we have some ready for you. And then we ask the people, please finalize your submission. Enter your contact info so that we can let you know when your prompt is taken by an artist. So that was the whole process. Very simple. And we gathered quite a number of prompts, very interesting in all shapes. So on the website I'm showing you have access to all the prompts that were submitted and which artist took which prompts. So it's really public, feel free to watch it, no problem. And today what we are going to focus on is a collection of artists who, it's the artists who designed the prompts and the final artworks. So what happened once all the prompts were designed? My team and I, Felipe here present too, Alex may be listening, and we flew and also two artists, Thomas Durek and Jakub Jagoda, we flew to Lisboa, Portugal, to the non-fungible conference. And there we had 3 screens, and I'll just stop sharing my screen for a second so you can see my face. And yes, there we had 3 screens, and maybe you want to see a picture actually, that would be nice. Let me do that. So just 2 seconds for the pictures. Well, if some of you in the chat went to non-fungible conference, don't say to say hi. It's good to greet you on Twitter. Alright, so I have the pictures here. I will show right now on the screen. Okay, and window capture. Yes. So it's a big screen. All right. So in the live, now you're able to see the pictures of the events. So we had on the left screen, you guys on Twitch doing live art, all the artists based on prompt they had selected. and then we had Thomas Durek and Jakub Jagoda physically present to attract people's eyes, because otherwise people just see a screen and they're like, oh, what's happening? I don't know. But if they see artists doing live art, then they know, okay, this is what's also happening remotely in the four corners of the world. So yeah, that was the team. We had a lot of visit because we were right in the middle of the venue. So everybody could testify that you guys were really doing live art. There was no problem about that. And yeah, it was really cool event. So yes, and so you guys, so the artists did live art for 3 days, 72 hours. We had 8 moderators who alternated. And I want to present to you the moderators very briefly, because it was like not many of us actually really slept a lot during that time. I'll share my screen again. Yes, please let me know, artists, in the comments, which moderators you talked to while you were here. And let's give them a huge round of thanks. Seconds. Yes, no, not this one. This one. Okay, good. Okay, so here, wonderful. So yeah, the first moderator was me. I opened the session on Tuesday, and then you guys need to stop saying you guys. They are also non-artists here, of course. I just connect with all the artists so much because we've been talking for weeks and weeks. So the artists were able to interact with Pupa from the LCNFT community. Thank you, Pupa. We also had Dylan, Soul Gamerman. And then Wednesday we had Lovecraft and Valentina. And then on Thursday, some of you may have met Giovanna from All Art. And yeah, and then it was alternating with Felipe here present, and also Alex of wonderful Faerian team. So a big round of applause for all the moderators who worked so hard during the 72 hours to allow you guys to have a moderated Zoom that was live streamed over 3 days. So if you want to unmute yourself for a second and just upload with me, that would be very cool. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I was really impressed. And all the moderators are really passionate. I got so many good feedback after the event. They're like, Cynthia, thank you so much for allowing me to moderate. It was so cool to be with the artists. I'd love to do that again. So that was really cool experience for them. So that's what happened during 3 days. And then what? All right. And then what happened? Well, we submitted all the artworks to the jury. The jury, which is NFT Design Awards. And yes, we waited for them until last Monday, where I finally got all the results. The idea is that we had about 45 submissions in total after the event ended. And we selected 25 artists among those 45 submissions. And yes, so tonight we will reveal to you all the artworks that were made, starting with the selected artists from the jury. So the best way to do that, I have a little surprise for you. Maybe you saw it on social media, but I actually created a special.io gallery where all your artworks are currently presented, which is really cool because if I had a physical gallery, you could not travel there anyway. So I will send the link in the chat right now at this second, and you'll be able to enter it. It's optional because I will also be sharing my screen while I'm there, and you can also just watch with me. But if you want to go on your own and explore, you can also do that. And so while I'm opening the space and sharing the sharing that. Know that how it's going to happen. So we're going to go one artist after the other, and I would like each artist, if they're here tonight, to open the mic, share the face, and just presentation about themselves. Tell us more about the artwork, how they went about it. So yep. So I have the link ready. Okay. So let me share on all channels. Hello. Here is the special link. All right. And I put also in the Zoom. Thank you. Okay, I'm just looking. Okay, I'm just looking at all your comments on the Zoom. Felipe was great. Oh, that's fine. Wonderful. Okay, so Genesis is already there. Nice. Great job. Okay, let me see. Didn't get on Zoom because I don't have password. Just refresh that. Alright, so feel free to come in, guys. Let's get the vibe here going. And yes, I will share the screen, though it is also now in the chat on social media and in the Zoom chat, so you can join yourself. I will also be sharing my screen in a second. Awesome. This is so exciting. Cool. All right. So welcome. I see a bunch of people already going everywhere. Wonderful. So welcome to this new gallery. I prepared some champagne for you. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, but I think this will be very safe tonight. Some cocktails. If this was a physical event, I would totally have food and everything. But I'll do the best I can. So, well, imagine, it's the gallery of imagination. Imagine you can eat. Feel free, if it's your first time in Spatial, you can actually customize your avatar. You can totally do that. So yes, I'll give you a couple minutes just to come in. And then we will go one artwork after the other. I will bring you guys automatically to the artworks we're visiting. 2 seconds. All right. I'll just put a bit of music in while you join. And if somebody here has a song request in Zoom, let me know. Let's pick it up. Just one song while we transition to the spatial. That's good. I'll just put all good. Yeah, don't ask me why I have a lot of Japanese songs. Better than that. Not nice. Let's do. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. I'm already sharing the conversation. Wonderful. All right, that was quite epic music to get the tone started. All right. Let's start with just, instead of going, I mean, we'll do one by one, but I'll just like each person right now in this room, one after the other, you can unmute yourself and just say your name and where you're from. And if you were an artist, if you were a prompter, if you were a moderator, just 3 words. Hi, like me, I start. Hi, I'm Cynthia from France, and I am the organizer of the event. So that's it. Let's do it for each of you right now.
Hi, this is Daniele from Italy. I'm just curious and art lover. Nice to meet everybody. Hi.
Nice to meet you. Oi. Next.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Andy, originally from Brazil, but I currently live in Brittany, France.
Nice. Nice to see you. Next.
Okay, I can go. Hi, I am Pétur Reynisson from Iceland, but currently living in Norway, and I am one of the artists.
Wonderful. Next.
Hey everyone, my name is Ruleke. I'm from the Netherlands and currently in Mexico.
Weren't you in Colombia like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's right. Yesterday I traveled to Mexico.
Nice. Did you end up going to NFC or not? Because I'm lost. I was lost.
No, I booked a last minute flight, but then I was that last minute that was cancelled. So I did not go, unfortunately. Next time.
Okay. Who's next?
Hello. I am Ana from Galicia. I am working and living here in the mountains. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. We hear you very well.
My name is VEL LY. Originally, I'm from Russia. Now I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm an artist.
Wonderful.
Hi everyone, I'm Lazolia. I'm from South Africa and I'm an artist.
You're a writer artist, very specific. Yes. Yes, because you, everyone, you need to know that in the event we accepted all types of artists, digital artists, traditional artists, also writers and musicians. And Lazolia was a writer. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Which is quite interesting to do because usually art galleries focus on just visual arts, but we really want to. I'm a writer myself, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes I write little pieces, and but the world of NFTs right now is allowing writers to show what they do without necessarily have to write an entire book, and yeah, I think it's wonderful. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, thank you, Lazolia. Oh, I see in the comments we have the brothers Green, who's also an artist and writer, and they want to join the next event also as a writer. Wonderful. Yeah, see you there. I mean, it's true. We had some people who were confused. I have Roger Sendry, if you listen to this later on. he was also a writer, a fantasy writer, like a novel, everything, but he only wrote a prompt for the event. And I was like, damn it, I hope next time you come and you actually write a story for us. I want to see that. All right, who's next?
Hi, my name is KG Baby. I'm originally from Korea, but I'm living in New York right now. And I'm a fine artist. And also I'm becoming a digital artist right now. So hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Who's next?
Hello, I'm Benjamin. I'm from France, and I'm a digital artist. Nice to meet you all.
Hey, salut, la France. Hey. Très bien. Jan, I saw you unmuted yourself.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Or
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, my name is Jan, and I'm illustrator, and I'm from the Czech Republic, but currently I'm in Vienna.
In Vienna, Austria?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Right. Who's next?
Hello. I'm MissMojo from Canada. I'm an artist. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, MissMojo. Salut. You also speak French, right?
Salut. Oui.
Very good.
From Quebec.
Yay. Vive la France éternelle. We have another Quebec one person in the chat. I'm sorry. All right. All right. Who's next? Who hasn't spoken yet? We have Tomei, we have Daniele, we have Felipe, Valero.
Well, I am Felipe. I was promoting in NFC Lisboa, and also I moderated the Twitch stream, so you might have talked to me. Maybe you haven't seen my face because, we were with the conference and the Twitch stream at the same time. But yeah. It was very fun talking to all of you and promoting the booth. Yeah. So that's me.
Yeah. Felipe also moderated from midnight to 4 a.m. on Friday. So thank you, Felipe. Congrats. And Thursday morning also, European time. Okay, we have just a few people left. Marquita, have you spoken yet? Benjamin, Maxi, Asialoki, and Bayou. And Paola? Yes, Marquita. We hear you.
Hello, I'm Paola from Croatia, and I'm one of the artists.
Wonderful. Hi, Paola, Marquita. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Or else I'll go back on the special.
Hi, I'm Kristina from Canada, and I was one of the artists.
Nice. Hi, Kristina.
Hi.
All right. Asiakoli, sorry. Okay, we have a hi from Palero. His camera and microphone are not really working today. But yeah, it's good to have you, Palero. Bayou, I see your face. Show us.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Bayu. I'm an artist from Indonesia. I do illustration and digital arts right now. So yeah, I'm one of the artists for Humanity.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right. Ah, sorry, I'm not on mute. Okay. I'm sure my computer's on. Nice. Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh. Hi, sorry, I was disconnected for 2 seconds. Yeah, but this didn't cut the stream, so that's good. All right. Then. Sorry, I was disconnected for a few seconds. Gallery mode. All right, but so now let's go to spatial, and I will be sharing the screen from spatial, and bring you guys to each artwork. So the way I have organized the gallery is that next to each artwork or set of artworks, you have the original prompt. Okay. So with the prompter name, if they agree to disclose it, the tweeter, and then for the artist, we see the artwork. If you click on the artwork, you just have the name and the artist name. If you want more information on how to acquire the piece from the artist because you just love it like me and you want this in your wallet or in your room because we have some traditional art too. Yes. I'm so distracted. We have a hi from Maxi in the chat, and she participated to this awesome project by submitting a prompt. Thank you, Maxi. Thank you. Maxi is also an artist. She was a bit busy, so she wasn't able to come. No, Jorn, please don't share your screen. That's fine. I will do it. I will disable screen sharing. Then only one participant can share screen at a time. Host only. Yes. Sorry. All right. So what I was saying, yes, I will put. So if you're watching live right now, I will put the QR codes on the bottom right corner. I'll also put the link to a type form where you can enter information if you want to be updated when the mints are live of all the artworks. So today is really just about presenting the artworks, the artist, really relax, and then we will contact you once it's all minted, either on Ethereum, Tezos, or Polygon blockchain, based on all discussions I had with you. So yeah, on Foundation we'll have a world, specific world, and yeah, Tezos, a few artworks there, and Polygon, I think just one collection from Ana. So to keep you updated about all of that, because it's going to happen even tomorrow, Friday, so very, very quick. Either you're already registered in our newsletter, in that case, it's easy, but if you're not and it's your first time watching, then definitely scan this QR code and just enter either your email, your Twitter, or your Telegram. We contact you via the thing you prefer. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. I will stop the screen for a second. Okay, no, not that one. Damn. Video capture. I have a lot of different screens on. Yes, please share the screen. Spatial. Spatial, yes. Aha. Got it. I just have to resize it. Alright, and the QR code will appear also soon. Yes. Transition. Thank you for your upload. I really appreciate it. Okay, so now on live, in the live, guys, in the Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching, you should be able to see the gallery and the QR codes where you can just enter information if you like specific artwork and you'd like to be able when it will be available for mint. definitely just scan it and enter very quickly. Okay, let's go for a live visit. Let's do it. Okay. So I want to say hi to Wandering Peacock and Adventuring Lobster, Anonymous Tiger, Exploring Walrus. I think they really stole those names from Google Sheets. Yes, I agree, 100%. If it's your first time in Spatial, I'll put the link again in the chat for maybe the people who just joined again. Let me see. Yes, link to Spatial. All right. Yes, NFTs. Oh yes, so some people in the chat have questions about NFTs, what it is. It's a very good question. So we are going to show you artworks. I'll just do a quick intro for people who maybe it's the first time they watch. It's the first time assisting to NFT gallery opening because it's a brand new thing in the world. Quickly, what you need to know is that NFT is it's a symbolic proof of ownership of an artwork. Okay, it's a token. And the way we use it, I use it Faerian. There are many use cases, but especially for digital artworks, it's a great way to sell your art because when you fit traditional artists, you have an original painting that maybe you are able to sell as an original painting. There's only one that's original. But when you're a digital artist, selling a file that's easily replicable, it's not something that has been done in the art world at all. But now with NFTs, people sell the NFT of the digital artwork or a picture or anything, or even text or video, anything like they would for traditional painting. So that's really how I see and we use NFTs here is really to help artists have a career as artists, thanks to the new technologies. And with NFTs, you don't just get the image in your wallet, you can also get extra benefits, which are really cool. For example, you will depend on each artwork here, but some artists have offered with their artwork to have like a one-on-one meeting. Like if you get the NFT, then you have a special access to meet with the artist for 15 minutes. Like, how cool is that? Some have offered like a discount on the shop. Some have offered discounted access to the V2 of the artwork because some artists had only 3 days to do the artwork and some wish to improve it. So there will be 2 NFTs, one for the version 1, one for the version 2. So there will be various unlockable content and benefits that come with it. And so it's a win-win for everyone. It's really way above just an image, It's like a pass, a loyalty pass for the artist. And on top of that, you also get the status of a guardian of Faerian. Faerian is the gallery, which I represent. And that status allows you to be a jury on the future art contests, to have free access to the future collections, and it's basically like a VIP role in the gallery. So yes, so we will keep you updated when those are available. And sorry, I forgot to put the link of the type form in the chat. Let me do that right now. So you can register if it's your first time, and then we'll go back to the special for the guided tour. It's also not that in the coming days the website will be updated and you will see all those artworks on the website. Not yet. You will also see the biographies of the artists, detailed biographies for how long they've been doing art, where they're from, exhibitions. So all of this, which helps you maybe consider an artwork, will be on the website within probably tomorrow or Friday. So okay, so now I will make you all come to where I am. And I have this great thing called, damn it, how do I bring users to me? Yes, I have a magical power as a host. Okay, so now we are all watching this artwork from Genesis. Genesis is a 3D artist, and his prompt was very short. And Genesis, maybe you want to speak about it? I will let you talk. If you can unmute yourself. We lost Genesis, it seems.
Okay, I'm here. Just technical problem. Yes, okay. I will try to keep it short. Now, all of this is a journey, a creative journey. I have never done anything like this in this magnitude before, but I was really fascinated by the possibility that we could send in not only just a image, but maybe a crossover between art forms. And that is something that is really appealing to me, because I have been exploring all kinds of ways to be expressive. Now, I would say that my main niche is 3D illustration. And when I got the prompt, or when we were allowed to see the prompts, I kind of at first panicked, because I was seeing, these extremely detailed prompts, and I went like, whoa. And I was scrolling through trying to find something that, maybe fitted my style. And I was starting to scrolling, sweating. And then suddenly I just came across this nice prompt. A cyborg, because I love sci-fi. So that was immediately when I saw that the cyborg ideas almost instantly came into my mind. And I really love the concept that, you have a cyborg, something between a human being and a machine, maybe artificial brain, who knows, Darth Vader, he's a cyborg. Terminator is kind of a cyborg. And several people today, they are cyborgs. So the idea of how much human you are or how much of a machine you are, it fascinated me. And even further, thanks to the prompt, the concept, the idea having the cyborg dying and the soul leaving the body, it started just, the creative juices just started to flow. And I don't know, somewhere down the process, I don't know, I got this idea, hey, how about making this cyborg be someone that is sensing that he or she, I changed it to a she, is dying, and she wanted maybe to do something for the last time. And that was a song or a poem. And that made me explore the writer side within me. So I wrote a poem. I tried to sing, but my daughter said, no, Daddy, just drop that. Drop that one. And I'll drop that one. But I wrote a poem as well and performed it on video. And the last and maybe the most important thing for me is because I am exploring ways to create art experiences in metaverse. I created a 3D experience where you can, at the moment, you can just go from waypoint to waypoint, but you can look around in 3D environment and try to recreate the image inside of that environment. So that is something that I really want to explore further. And this event gave me the opportunity to combine the different art forms into one coherent art experience. And I firmly believe that, because we have been talking about AI, that, the art is an extension of the artist. And that is something that I am, focusing more and more of, inserting myself into the art. And I hope you also get that you as artist, you will become more important as part of the art. I will be preaching about it now. So yeah, that is my path into this and my way into this. Okay.
Thank you, Genesis. I think we should watch your video, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, because I loved your poem, and it really gives a complete new depth to the story of Uyeda. And guys, if you're watching this, remember, this was with no AI. Very important. I'm like, how did he do that in just 3 days? I don't get it.
I'm from Iceland. I'm a creative volcano. I'm not kidding you. I am doing something in my brain and my heart all the time. It just comes and comes and comes. So I don't know. It's maybe something in the water in Iceland. But then again, I live in Norway. that's just the way I am.
Yeah. All right. So let's listen to the audio here. So if you're on Zoom, I'm not sure you will hear it, but if you listen to YouTube, you will hear it, or you can listen to it later. All right. Let me see. It's very short, like I think 2 minutes. Play. Yes.
Ada's last song. The time had come for her and many others. The optimal functionality level had been deemed insufficient for the system. She was now lying on the floor in the cryo chamber. It should be a moment of joy and expectation, since the common belief was that the soul, or uploaded memories and personality, would become one with the singularity. As Ada 49 began to slowly levitate in a cryogenic state, she couldn't help thinking about whether she would be able to sing or feel anything in the singularity. A sense of unease grabbed her mind, and she felt the urge to use this last moment to sing one more time. Ada's last song. Deepest insecurity and doubting questions surfaced as her past went through her modified brain. Who am I? Metal codes and upgrades? Or am I human at all? Do I have a soul? Did I lose it at some point? Will I vanish as I become one with all other memories, entangled in a one big soup of electric signals? Floating upwards, she felt the cold wrapping around her body and consciousness like a blanket. She stretched up one arm and closed her eyes as she began whispering out her last song. Can you hear my song? Where does myself belong? What am I? What will I become? Answer blurred, in flesh it's buried and fading code. Between reality of steel and bones, I am both human and the unknown. No more shall I sing the cyborg's song. Flickering codes of 1 and 0, dimming out, never got to be the hero. Circuits woven with threads of humanity assimilated into singularity. What will be my personality? No more shall I sing the cyborg's song. My soul, my spirit are stranger to me. Humanity fades. The spirit takes flight, leaving the shell silent in the night. Fading away, I am getting colder. Why do I want to cry on your shoulder? Please sing with me now, one last time, the cyborg's song.
Wow. Guys, let's unmute ourselves to clap. What is this?
Thank you. Thank you.
This is wow. Not only 3D, but a poem.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. You combine everything.
I like to write poem. That's rediscovered that. Doing it now. This is the first time I write a poem in English. In Icelandic, yes, a bit in Norwegian, but this is the first time in English.
Yeah, very good. Like if you didn't tell me you were Norwegian, I would think you're American. But well, I'm not American to say that. But wow. All right. Is there any questions for Genesis before we move to the next artist? Maybe in the Zoom, feel free to mute yourself. I'm just going to look at.
Yeah, one moment.
I'm checking the chat. All right. No, I think it's fine. The brother screen says, the notion of losing one's humanity frightens me. Okay. Yeah, well. Okay, well, thank you so much, Genesis. And we'll move on to the next artwork. So Anna has to leave, so she cannot do the introduction herself. But I will do it briefly. Maybe she'll come tomorrow. All right, so we don't move too far. It's just on the right. It's next to Genesis. Just figure out host tools. Yes, bring users to me. I'm all powerful. I love that. Okay. All right. So this prompt was from Dope Easy Mama. I hope you can watch this later on. It was a bit longer. So a digital art of an ethereal human tree with diverse people's proddings as leaves. Their faces expressing a myriad of emotions, reflecting the collective human experience. The trunk is etched with symbols from various cultures, signifying the shared roots of humanity. The sky above transitions from a vibrant sunrise to star-studded night, further emphasizing the concept of time and evolution. The background landscape is a blend of cityscape and nature, signifying the human-nature connection, rendered in a whimsical art style using a warm color palette. Wow. It's too bad Anna isn't here, but when I read that, I'm like, I have no idea how MidJourney would interpret that. It's all in the poetry and feelings, you know? I think you need feelings, you need to have emotions to understand that sort of prompt. And so this is Anna's results.
Hello.
Oh, you're here.
I'm here.
Tell us.
I'm here. Hello. Okay. Any other artist done this work, this prompt?
No, you're the only one who did that prompt.
Oh.
Also, it's the same for Genesis. He was the only one to work on that prompt. Yes.
Okay.
Tell us more. What inspired you? Why did you choose it? How difficult was it?
I speak about it. Sorry, my English is not very.
Okay, if you, I speak Spanish too. If you want me, I can translate in case.
Yes, really.
A bit.
Genial. Bien. Bueno, elegí este prompt por no sé, me gustaba la temática y la cantidad de elementos que tenía que incluir.
Okay, so saying I chose the prompt because I like the theme and I like all the elements it has in it and everything you had to include in the artwork.
Y también por una frase que dice realizado en un estilo caprichosamente extraño o algo así. Caprichoso.
Sí, whimsical, sí.
Y pensé que ese era mi estilo realmente.
Okay, so she says that she saw that you see at the bottom of the prompt it's written in a rendered in a whimsical art style. She thought, oh, it's really my type of art, so I'll take it because this is the type of art I do.
Porque busco una forma de representar diferente, expresando gráficamente de una forma personal.
Yeah, repeat that, sorry. Just want to make sure I get it.
Ok, era un poco difícil, no pasa nada. Bueno, os voy a hablar de cómo comencé con el trabajo.
Sí.
Comencé a poner sobre mi lienzo de Photoshop todos los elementos que quería incluir, como la ciudad, las hojas, el árbol, incluso algunos que no aparecían en el prompt, como las células de las hojas.
Okay, so she's telling how she came to do that prompt. So she's starting with putting on Photoshop all the different elements she wanted to include in the final artwork. I think you gathered references, right, from the internet. So like the CD, the leaves, the trees, all those different elements she put on Photoshop just to have it all in one place.
También tenía en otra capa el color, ese degradado de fondo.
And then she chose the colors.
Y todo resultaba un caos terrible y horrible y muy difícil de mirar.
And everything resulted in a total chaos, and that was really difficult to go through everything.
Y hasta las últimas 2 horas o 1 hora creí que no iba a ser capaz de dominar aquel caos.
And until like 1-2 hours before the end of the event, she thought she would never be able to make anything out of that chaos. It was really nothing.
Sentía un poco de vergüenza porque creía que podía haber gente mirándome trabajar.
And she felt a little shameful because she thought she could do it in 3 days, but in the end she couldn't.
Pero bueno, creo que finalmente conseguí a través de la composición ordenada, de la superposición y de las formas simples.
Yeah, and in the end she chose to do it very simply with simple forms, simple composition, and
ordenada, composición sobre todo, perdona.
Yes, to order the composition in a very simple way.
Bueno, creo que conseguí que fuera posible mirar la imagen y asimilarla sin un gran esfuerzo o sin que la imagen no cree rechazo para acercarse a ella. Creo que eso es lo que he conseguido.
Yeah, and in the end she's glad because she managed to do an image that she's proud of and she can look at. And she's proud now to look at it.
Y para mí, bueno, el texto me inspiraba mucho por la fusión de diferentes mundos como el artificial y el natural, el día y la noche.
Yeah, a lot of themes inspired her here, like the night, the city life, the nature.
intentar transmitir la idea de paso del tiempo, del día a la noche o de las civilizaciones.
She tried to really represent the idea of the day, the time passing from the day to night, civilization in cities.
E incluso me permití, que es algo que no haría la inteligencia artificial, conectarlo un poco a través de esa especie de chips, de conexiones de microchip que se pueden ver en la ilustración, conectarlo con el mundo ciberespacial o como queramos llamarlo, metaverso y todo esto que me está envolviendo un poco últimamente.
Oh, that's so smart. Okay. So she said she wanted also to connect the artwork beyond the prompt in some way to the idea of artificial intelligence. And so that's why you see on the left corner, you have some kind of lines that go from the soul to the sky. And it's the idea of, the metaverse and connecting both worlds, the metaverse and the real world together. And that's so smart. I love it. I didn't even notice it initially. Yeah, it's cool.
I forget what I. Nada, decir que fue una experiencia muy bonita, mucho más de lo que esperaba de ella.
Yes, she said it was a very good experience, and she hoped she was able to do something that looked like, she hope the original prompter liked it. And I can tell you, yes, Sienna, I talked to the original prompter and she loves it. She's interested in acquiring, but we'll talk about that separately.
Hubo momentos increíbles como compartir mi música de Franco Battiato con otros artistas que estaban trabajando o escuchar el ruido del lápiz contra el papel de algún otro artista mientras yo trabajaba en mi ordenador, que recordaba mi época de facultad cuando trabajaba con mis compañeros y cosas así.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so Anna is saying that she really liked the live art events because working with so many artists remotely at the same time reminded her of her time in university when she was working also with other artists next to her and not alone. So it was nice to have that companionship again for a few days. And she also really enjoyed sharing the music. She shared her own music from her own Galicia, right, from her own region to the other artists. So they were sharing music while they were doing art, and they also shared their own music. So it was like a very nice moment with all the artists remotely. It's not just doing art; it was also like sharing culture, sharing music, and all those things.
Thank you very much for the translation and for this event and for all this. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Anna. I'm glad my Spanish is not too old yet.
It's very good. It's very good. I listen to the translation and I like it.
Thank you. Okay. Wow. Nice. Let's an upload for Anna, guys. That's one special. Is there any question for her, either in Zoom or? Yes, more claps, more claps. She deserves it. All right, I'm gonna read some comments in the chat. The Brother Crane says that l'arbre, the tree, reminds him of the tree lights from Tolkien. Wow. Okay. And Basumo is saying that he loves the details and the design of the tree people and on the leaves. It felt like a metaphor for no matter how diverse or branched apart humanity is, we'll all come from the same tree standing on the same roots. All right, Sumo. Oh, you should write the artwork description.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
Wow. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Well, thank you, Anna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I want you to know, guys, that Anna's artwork will be available as an open edition on the Polygon blockchain. And because she's also working on a separate project called Mythical Beings that is linked to the mythology, folklore, and it's really, really cool project. And it gives you special access on that project as well. So definitely check out her profile. I want to say also, if you're watching this stream and you're like, who are the artists? How can I follow them? Like, what are these social media? I'm gonna put again the list of the prompts. And well, actually, I will show it here. List of prompts. I will put that in the chat. So on here, you will be able to see all the prompts and all the artists and all the social media info from the artist. So definitely you can do that. Give them a follow. They need it. I mean, they want you. They want to see you there. And yes, wonderful. It's being shared everywhere. All right, thank you so much. Let's go next to the prompt by Pupa. And let me bring you all of you here. Bring yours to me. So cool. Imagine if we could do that in real life. All right. So Pupa did a very interesting prompt, very short, but it actually inspired 3 artists who won the jury. The 3 artists of the same prompt won the jury. So congratulations to all of you. So I don't know if it was a prompt that won the jury or, you know, the artists or both. Like, I think it's the only prompt that won. For all the artists who picked it, they won it. Like, wow. And it's so simple, right? A magical goddess who spreads love and nature to everything she touches. I mean, the first time I read it, I was like, oh, this is kind of, you know, it's nice, it's cute. Like, who's going to take that? Man, 3 artists took it. So, let me check on Zoom. I'm not sure if Jeannine is here. Gallery. Who's here today? And so many people are here today. Wow. Okay, so Jeannine isn't here today, but I will just read to you guys a bit of information about the Jeannine from what I have very quickly. Light of Flora. Wait. So what happened is after the event, I asked all the artists to submit a form where they explained everything about what they did for the artwork, and I will use that to talk about it just a little bit. Okay. So, I mean, it's very simple. Jeannine is a mixed media artist. So this artwork comes from a mix of physical and digital collage. She did not use AI at all. And when she saw the prompt, it made her think of Flora, a goddess of flowers and the renewal of spring. She wanted to capture the essence of that in the magical and majestic, embodying hope and renewal. She loves doing mashups of physical and digital art together, go back and forth, incorporating many different things. And yes, she chose the prompt because it felt positive and hopeful. So yeah, congrats to Jeannine. This one got, I mean, the jury really loved it. It got so many hearts. And yes, it's a mix of physical and digital collage. Congrats, Jeannine. That's a good clap for her. All right. Yeah, that's so cool. And Jeannine is also going to do an open edition soon. Yes. So remember, if you're watching this stream and you want to be notified when the open edition starts, probably tomorrow, so very soon, please register on the QR code on the bottom right corner. All right. So the next artwork here is. I did not expect to have that when I invited artists. I was like, wow, we have a sculpture. Like, when I say we have all art mediums, we have everything. We have a sculpture. This is a sculpture, guys. And let me see, is Yukkin here today or not? Otherwise, it will do just as before. Yeah, Yukkin, you're here. Do you want to speak up? Please present to us your artwork.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I'm actually sitting next to it right now. I mean, this started with the idea of wanting to combine like digital art as almost like a layered process. So like a shadow box where you have like paper cutout layers. And I ended up going with like a sculptural face instead of doing like straight on embroidery. So the face is like got some form to it, and then I needle felted and pattern drafted to fit it on. And then it's hard to see in the initial photo, but there's actually like the base of the form has the digital drawing that I got printed out. And then I had to cut out the boat to sit in front to try and make sort of like the smile face in the center. And I went back and forth between trying to do like eyes that would be free floating on a different plane. But ultimately, time got the best of me and I had to like condense it down and went for glow in the dark instead.
Wow. So nice. And how did you, can you explain us more how you thought of goddess and doing that, like how, just what the creative process that led to it, due to the idea?
Yeah, so for me, I do a lot of work that's kind of like unconventional portraiture. So I focus a lot of times on like space or like the objects people collect. Like I've made suits of armor out of like all the recycled boxes and wrappers I've collected. So I tend to try and like categorize sort of like the amalgamation of space and nature to build up like a human form, and that play between like what is the human world or realm versus like the natural realm and things we consider outside of the norm.
Wow. So you use recycled materials sort of to do it, like the things that people don't want, you just create new art with it?
Yeah, like I use a lot of unconventional or somewhat modest materials at times. And other times it's like for school or whatnot, I have to do like metal shop. So I will sit and use steel or whatnot.
Wow. Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Yukkin.
No problem.
Any questions for Yukkin in the audience? MissMojo is saying in the YouTube, so original, Yukkin. Yes, I totally agree. All right, then a big round of applause for Yukkin. Wonderful. So this will be also as an NFT, and you know, I mean the physical sculpture will be attached to the NFT, which is quite unusual. And I mean, it's not many two sculpture artists to get in the NFT space, so congratulations for being one of the first ones. Thank you. And now if we turn back, we will see the third artist for the same prompt, hailing all right from Canada. Let me bring you to me. Okay. All right, Marco, are you here today? Marco.
Hello. Yes, I am, although I'm not on video right now because technically I'm at work. But shh.
And
So,
you're doing work to do now too.
yeah. You know, multiple things to do. Well, honestly, I like the idea of the prompt for the goddess, pretty much, I think, for the same reasons everyone else is. I kind of liked it because it was specific enough that it allowed to do something interesting, and it was open enough that anyone could interpret it on their own way and give it their own flair. As many of my other colleagues can attest, 3 days seems like a lot of time, but it actually is not. So there's a lot of things that I wish I could like refine, and I'm probably gonna make a version 2 with a little bit more of at my own pace. I say that it was like a challenge. I think I underestimated how much attention I wanted to give to the piece, but overall, like the main concept and the main like idea, the environment, the light, it's kind of in a good starting point where I could like develop it. So I'm very happy with the result at this stage.
Wow, thank you so much, Marco. And please tell us more about the art medium you use, because
Sure. So I mainly use Procreate for most of my illustrations. There are a couple of like things that are not only digital painting. For example, the main character, the goddess herself, that was sketch on pencil, just like very roughly the overall forms. And the pictures, even though they're like painted over to like give them a little bit more of a similar treatment, they're actually just pictures that I've taken during my own time, like in nature, like going to ravines or like little swamps or kind of some of the beautiful parks here in Canada. So yeah, I can say that even though it has a little bit of a mashup of styles, everything is done by me.
wow, I can't believe when I look at it that it's digital, you know? The first time I saw your stuff, I was like, this comes from another time. It's like a medieval painting or something. And now it's like 2023, people, and it's made with Photoshop. Wow.
Thank you.
Basumo is saying in the comment, the details on the nature and environment are amazing. Face purple, white eyes.
Thank you so much. Everyone is very kind.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that at one point during the live sessions, the person who prompted this idea kind of revealed themselves while I was drawing. And I thought, oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Now I know who it is. Although to be completely honest, I was kind of like very focused on the drawing that I said thank you to the person and I kept going with my drawing.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, actually, yeah, you met him because Pupa was one of your moderators.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on Tuesday afternoon European time, so your morning. So, yes, Jeannine, Yukkin, and Marco, if you did art on Tuesday afternoon, you surely met Pupa, your prompter, who moderated the session. Yes. Aw, so nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's so I wish I had another prompt, but I wanted, I don't want to have all the pleasure to myself, in case somebody picked it. But Felipe, who is in the audience here, he also submitted a prompt, and we were at NFC when we saw the artist doing the art live, Jae-wook Lee, in South Korea, so probably sleeping right now. But it was so magical to see. I was like, wow, he's doing the stuff I asked for. Like, wow, it's so cool. And yeah, there's a special connection. What do you think of this connection that happens with a prompter?
I think it was like a little bit random. I was not expecting it, but I particularly enjoyed it because, as you say, it's like that connection of, hey, this was your idea, and I'm like doing it live. Here you can see that, the thing that you cannot see with like AI art on how it like connects, how it's starting to be developed in the processor. Like here you're seeing like how every little pixel is being drafted and brushed like one at a time.
It's true. All right, if there's no question for Marco, let's do another round of applause for him. Congratulations. Wonderful. Marco's portfolio is really impressive, guys. I think he's like one of the next top artists in general in the NFT and in the fantasy and non-fantasy space too. All right, let's move to another prompt for which actually, yeah, the three artists won also the prize of the jury. Wow. Let me bring you all of you here. Jorn, you saw here. Oh, you're so good using spatial. Wow, nice. All right, so this prompt is a bit special. It's called the Essence of Connection. It was submitted by Kristina Rigoselli, who's actually part of the jury. So yeah, she had the pleasure to watch the final results and to judge the final results of her prompt afterwards, which is really cool. So let's read it. The essence of connection. In a world driven by technology and digital interactions, the essence of connection is often overlooked or undervalued. For this art contest, I want artists to explore and depict the multifaceted nature of human connection. Whether it's the connection between human individuals, communities, cultures, or even the connection between humans and nature, I want artists to capture the depth and significance of these bonds. I'm like, if MidJourney was reading this, already it would be completely lost. Like, what do you mean depth and significance of the bonds? Like, artists can interpret this theme in various ways, such as exploring emotional connections, shared experiences, the power of empathy, or the beauty of human relationships. They can delve into the struggles and triumphs of forming connections, the impact of technology on human interaction, or the longing for meaningful connections in a fast-paced world. The possibilities are vast, allowing artists to express their unique perspectives and visions on the theme of connection. Participants are encouraged to experiment with different artistic styles to bring their ideas up to life. The key is to convey the essence of connection through compelling visuals and thought-provoking artistic expressions. Remember, connection is a universal theme that resonates with everyone, so artists have the opportunity to create something that not only showcases their talent, but also speaks to the shared human experience. Let your creativity flow and celebrate the profound and meaningful connections that make us who we are. Wow, so deep. This theme is actually, personal, something I've been reflecting a lot during COVID, because during COVID we're all cut from our friends or families or co-workers, and we had to redesign, what does it mean to be connected to other people and how does that impact us in everyday life. But alas, I'm not the artist here. I could talk for hours about this topic. That really concerns us all. So let's see if MissMojo is here. Do you want to present your first work? The first work that was done. Hi.
It was a very interesting prompt to choose from, as it was rather largely, you can bring your own interpretation into it. So that's mainly why I chose it, and also because I connected to it a lot in many ways, in many senses. So what I did was bringing a digital collage, mixing with illustration, and also in there are acrylic jelly prints. So I really thought I'd bring the connection between the digital, the traditional world, and also what's coming inevitably is AI also, because I'm a traditional artist, but I also do AI explorations because I think it's an amazing tool that I can use to take what I do and bring it to another place, or just explore in general, because I'm really curious by nature. So I went that way. So how I built my thing was mainly in Procreate, using different different pieces. Some were illustrated by me, some were things I had in my mind, like images of electrical impulses and groovy blooms that I searched on the internet for royalty-free stock and things like that. But I decided to design them myself using MidJourney, and also altered them heavily. So I don't know, in fact, if you can tell what's AI in what I did or not, I wanted to represent the experience of human connection, about the energy exchange, the electrical impulses in our brains, what it means to form meaningful connections to each other. Also, there were some kind of a spiritual religion thing I wanted to bring inside. So I represented it with two paths joining. So it represented the different cultures, communities that have the same basic philosophical principles, but in a way they call it differently depending on the culture or communities, but they finally connect together with the same core human values in some way. And I also draw mountains and hills because in some way I connected to it because connection to other individual is not always easy when you are a neurodivergent person. It can bring it's a lot of challenge. So it represented a rocky road for me. So that's why I brought also the notion of mountains and things representing challenges to overcome. And finally, the human with the kind of swirling thing, it represented the connection to self. Because if you're not connected to yourself, how can you access your own vulnerability and truth to share with others and be like really raw into it? So it was not mentioned in the prompt, but to me, it was like essential to mention the connection to self. And also because it's kind of my journey as a neurodivergent person to kind of connect to myself, because I tend to interact with people in reflective ways because I don't know how to do. So that's kind of a weird thing to say, but connection to self is like a journey for me. So that's kind of what I discovered also during the art, and the way that I explain it, it reveals my own vulnerability. So it brings a lot of sense also to my piece. Because in that way we connect together because I tell you all about myself and maybe you identify with it. So there is some kind of a meta thingy in there, very deep, that I finally realized after doing it. So that's mostly my vision for this piece. It was very metaphorical, but that's what it gave after 3 days of work.
Wow, so powerful. Guys, a round of applause for MissMojo.
Thank you.
Wait. Sorry, I'm tous. And I'm impressed because you said as a neurodivergent individual, it's also a different approach to connections, because you don't connect to people the same way non-divergent people do. I mean, I have a brother with autism, so I don't know. It's not the same. I mean, probably not as deep as he is, but yeah, the way he relates to people is like unknown to me. I'm like, I like to be in his head sometimes. So yeah, thanks for sharing in art how you feel it and all your different approaches. And it's good you took some liberty from the prompt, because I mean the prompt here is here to inspire you, but it's not an art commission. It's not a proper commission. It's like it's a sort of inspiration for you, the artist, to express your whole self. Thank you so much for doing that, because we want to see the person behind the art, and that's why we're showcasing human art today.
Thank you.
I'll check if there is any comments or questions for MissMojo in the stream. So, alright. Okay. All good. Well, thank you, MissMojo, so much. we'll move on to the two other artworks. We actually are going to be combined to do one NFT. I'm really excited about it. I never saw a combined NFT before. So no need to move you guys because you're already in the right place. But I will still do it because it's fun and I feel like God. I can just move people wherever I want. Ready? Bring users to me. Up. Just all of it. Wonderful. Okay. Let me the pin. Okay. So Melani, are you here tonight? By any chance? Oh wait. Yukkin is saying it's a lovely piece, MissMojo. Yes, I agree. Yes, Melani, are you here tonight? Yes, I see you. Are you able to unmute yourself and present your work? Hi, Melani.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi. I don't speak English. Voy a hablar en español. No sé si puedes traducirme.
Sí, ok. No problema.
Me presento. Soy Melani Frank. Soy una artista, ilustradora de 21 años. Soy venezolana. Hace 1 año y medio entré al espacio NFT y desde entonces me he mantenido trabajando en mi arte y en construir una marca personal. En mi obra, el prompt, el indicador que elegí para mi obra es la esencia de la conexión y mi obra se llama El Boulevard.
Más lentamente. So, Melani is a Venezuelan artist. You 21 years old?
Sí. 21.
21, yeah, 21 years old. Yeah, gosh, it was too many info. Go from the start again.
Yeah. El indicador que elegí para realizar mi obra es la esencia de la conexión y mi obra se llama El Boulevard de la conexión. Quise representar en mi trabajo distintos tipos de conexión y algunos escenarios de empatía y otros de soledad. En mi obra de arte creo que quedó muy marcado mi estilo.
Espera. Tienes que hablar una palabra, no, una sentence para
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I can translate.
Oh yes, Felipe. Yes, go ahead.
Better than I'm Chilean, soy chileno, entonces el español es mi primer idioma. Sí.
Gracias.
Entonces, repítelo lo último que dijiste y lo traduzco.
Vale. Mi obra de arte se llama El Boulevard de la conexión y quise representar en mi trabajo distintos tipos de conexión y algunos escenarios de soledad y empatía.
Voy a traducir. So her artwork is titled The Boulevard of Connection, and she wanted to represent in it different instances of connection and empathy.
Ajá. En mi obra quedó muy marcado mi estilo artístico, creo que es la caricatura, y en ella quise representar distintos tipos de escenarios, como el chico que está en el banco o que está siendo ignorado con un ramo de flores, o otra persona lanzando el celular para besar a una chica. Creo que quise representar los distintos tipos de conexión que están siendo ignorados.
Okay, she wanted to represent the different kinds of connection with her particular style that is caricature or sort of cartoon-like drawing. And so the guy that's trying to give the flowers to the girl, or the one that's throwing away his phone to kiss the girl, she wanted to represent different approaches to connection that were like being rejected, being ignored.
Yes. Mi obra de arte viene acompañada de un escrito que es de Lazolia, terminó siendo una colaboración. No sé si ella ya se presentó, pero es básicamente eso, es el mismo tema de las dos que está involucrado en el NFT.
The artwork is accompanied. It comes with a short writing. Es un poema, ¿cierto?
Sí.
A poem. A writing work, a text that was made by Lazolia. I'm sorry, Lazolia, which I think she's here right now. So the two collaborated and made this together.
Sí, creo que eso es todo. No sé si tienen una pregunta.
Questions?
People are clapping. Aww. All right. Checking the stream. Thank you. Lazolia, you want to speak what you like? MissMojo, maybe if you have a comment on each other's artwork since you follow the same prompt.
So should I go first and then they can comment after?
Yes, sure. Just for comment maybe on that image and we can talk about your short story.
No problem. I think it was so cute. I love Melanie's way of portraying connection, and her style is very unique, and it resonated with me because it's similar to mine. It's just like the pictorial form of what I wrote, and I really liked it.
Thank you, Lazolia. Congratulations again, Melani. On a personal touch, what I liked about it, the images appeared. I mean, as you said, it's very simple. You see people in their daily life, very different ways of connecting to each other as friends, as lovers, as family, as helping someone randomly in the street. And there's, I don't know what those, tell me, Melanie, what are those people doing on the top here? Are they going to jump or are they kissing? Like, it's disturbing. ¿Qué está la gente haciendo aquí en... no puedes ver mi mouth. Encima de la torre violeta, ¿qué está la gente haciendo? ¿Qué está haciendo la gente? ¿Melanie?
Sí.
Sí. Encima de la torre violeta, a la derecha, gente.
Sí.
¿Qué están haciendo?
En la azotea no se ve muy bien, pero el chico está lanzando su celular, está tirando su móvil para besar a la chica. Es como una representación de lanzar la tecnología a un lado y tener conexión. Así lo quise representar.
Ok. Está tomando una chica y con la otra mano tiene un móvil.
Sí, que está tirando al suelo.
Y es como tiene que elegir entre la chica y él.
Y la tecnología, y eligió la chica en lugar de la tecnología.
Oh, smart. Okay, so guys, if you see the purple tower on the top, there are two people, and I was wondering what they were doing. And so Melanie says if you zoom in, you actually see that the guy is holding like a mobile phone. And on the other hand, he's holding the girl. So it's like he has to choose the mobile phone or the girl. he has to make a choice. So very smart. Like this kind of image is
He chooses.
Yes.
He chooses the girl because he's throwing away the phone to the ground.
Yes. Yeah, that's smart. You could do so many, like you could do a version 2 of this artwork with like so many scenes inside the the windows. Well, thank you, Melani. Thank you so much. And the last artwork for this prompt, the essence of connection, is from Lazolia. So Lazolia is a writer, and she wrote a short story. Because it's 11 pages, we're not going to read it all today, but we will share it on the website, and it will also be included in the NFT made with Melani. So if you have access to the NFT of Melani, you also have access to the short story anytime. So Lazolia, I put here, because it's 11 pages, I only took like what I thought was the most, like the summary of the short story. But if you could just tell us more about how you went about creating the story, what it talks about in general, and maybe you have a favorite extract that you like to share, maybe different from the one I wrote here.
Okay, thank you so much, Cynthia. So I really loved this prompt because a few days before I saw the prompt, I was actually thinking about connection, because I've met a lot of different people from the beginning of the year up to now. And a lot of it is because of being online, different communities that I have had the privilege of being a part of, and wondering where do we draw the line between face-to-face connection and online connection, And so in my story, we follow Zoe. She's the main character, and Zoe means life. So I thought that was significant. So through her, you're experiencing life in the form of connections. You see how she interacts with people that she knows, like her husband and her neighbor, and strangers. So the youngest is about 3 or 4 years old, and the oldest is like in their 80s. And irrespective of where we come from, we all want to be loved. We all want to be connecting to somebody. And there's always something that you can find, a common ground that you can find with somebody else. So initially I was thinking of how to write it. I could have written it in the past tense, so it feels like you're just reading a story. But I thought, let me do it rather in the present tense, so it feels like you're there experiencing the day with her. And I chose the day in the life format because day in the life vlogs, I enjoy them, and a lot of people enjoy them. So it's like you're watching her go through her day, and you're experiencing it along with her. I was inspired by the K-drama The Fabulous for the main character Zoe of it, and also meeting new people, like I said. And fiction perfectly portrays the way that we see life, but we can have a bit of distance between that. Sometimes we don't want to be told certain truths about ourselves. So when you see it in another character, it makes you step back and think about it in your life without judging yourself so harshly. So I thought, okay, let me do that. And I really liked Melani's picture because that also takes some of the aspects that I incorporated in my story, whether it's with people like the lovers, or it's with friends, or it's with strangers. And then at the end of the day, it's the choice that you make to connect with someone, be it virtually. How are you going to connect in a meaningful way versus face-to-face?
Wow. Thank you, Lazolia. Thank you so much. So, probably not many of you have read Lazolia's story. I have, because and yeah, I don't like to read in English too much usually, but I had a great pleasure reading it. I'm French. Yes, and yeah, I really appreciate you see really the story from Zoe. It's like one day in the life of Zoe, and you see her. It's like it's not a hero journey, but you see her. She notices all the small things in all the small collections she does with people every day. And I think we can all do that. Like, tomorrow you wake up with like a mindset of feeling thankful for life, And for every person you meet, you try to find something about them that makes them unique or special. And when you do that, then every person you meet throughout the day is like a magical connection. And then what I like at the end of the story, is like, I'm grateful for all the people I met today, and there were people who were sad, there were people who were happy, there were people who were angry, they had all sorts of emotions, but I could see their unique selves, and I was so happy to connect with them and be open to that connection. Anyway, that's just my interpretation of it. I really like it. Yes, so thank you so much, Lazolia. I will put the link in the chat for the short story so you can read it later. Actually, Lazolia, do you have the link to it? You can put it in the Zoom chat maybe, and I can share it.
Okay, let me put it in the Zoom chat.
Thank you. All right. All right. Okay, is it in the chat now? Not yet. It's coming.
Okay, it's now in the chat.
Wonderful. Copy link. So it's in the chat on Zoom, and I will put it on the stream. Lazolia short story. Read it before sleeping tonight or waking up tomorrow for a good start of the day. All right, it was distributed. Let me actually, yes, perfect. All right. Yes. Wonderful. I will add it also to the artwork in the link of the artwork. So if you click on the artwork, you will be able to see a link, and that's the link to the story. So tous, mêmes, Lazolia. Wonderful. Congratulations. Round of applause again for Lazolia.
Thank you so much.
And as I said before, Lazolia did a great mistake. She registered as a prompter, but then she ended up being an artist, which I'm really glad of, because we needed also writers. Writers are artists with words, not images, but with words. And yeah, I'm glad to have you. Awesome. All right. And next, we'll do Asialoki. I always struggle pronouncing your name, sorry. I think it's the shortest prompt we have.
Cynthia, I'm sorry, but
yes.
before going to the next prompt, I think you should give the word to Kaizenartsiempre. I think he raised his hand.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. That's his art.
Oh, it's his. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me unpin Melani. Oh, I forgot to pin you, Lazolia, sorry. And Kaizenartsiempre. Hi. Oh, it's pin. Yes, wonderful. Hi. How are you?
Oui, salut.
Salut, ça
oui,
va?
ça va. S'il vous plaît. Oui, ça va. Je vais aller en français.
Ok, tu veux que je te traduise?
Ah, ok.
Ok.
Bon. Bon, par rapport au prompt, j'ai pris énergie. Parce que personnellement, on peut dire ça, je suis en développement spirituel de mon côté. Donc, du coup, quand j'ai vu un truc par rapport à énergie qui est assez libre, donc j'ai décidé de prendre le prompt là.
Okay, so, comment tu veux que je t'appelle? Tu veux que je t'appelle Kaizen?
Bon, ouais, Kaizen bien assis à coller, ça, ouais, les deux, ça va.
Kaizen, ouais, c'est un peu long. Kaizen, je t'appelle Kaizen. So,
Yeah, okay.
okay, so Kaizen is saying he's kind of on a spiritual self-development quest. So when he saw the prompt "free energy," really 2 words, very short, by Peter Benson, he felt like it really represented what he's trying to go through in life right now, and so it really inspired him to do that art.
Ok. Bon, par rapport au médium utilisé, bon, c'est le stylo à billes. Bon, moi, je me dis, c'est un instrument, à chaque fois que tu fais un trait, c'est un trait qui est indélébile, que tu peux plus effacer. C'est la même chose que dans la vie. Par exemple, dans la vie, tu poses un acte, c'est que il n'y a pas comment dire, de formule magique pour effacer ce que tu as déjà fait. Donc, c'est un truc qui reste dans le système, donc on peut dire dans la nature, que c'est impossible d'effacer une fois fait.
Wow. So maybe you guys don't see it here, but Kaizen is a traditional artist, and he used the ballpoint, like a pen, to do this art, a pen. So that means every time he draws something on the paper, he cannot erase it. It's like it's there. He cannot take it off. It's impossible. And like, digital art, you could say, you can just remove layers. Here he can do that. He does one thing, he has to continue. And he's saying it's a bit like in life and nature. Est-ce que tu peux juste répéter ce que tu as dit? C'est comme dans la vie, avec les gens, la nature,
C'est
tout ce qu'on fait.
Oui, c'est comme dans la vie, quand tu poses un acte, que ce soit positif ou négatif, bon, souvent négatif, c'est irréversible.
Quand tu
Voilà.
poses une natte,
Une natte, c'est vraiment irréversible.
quoi une natte, excuse-moi?
Ouais, une action irréversible.
Une action, un acte, ok. Yeah, so he's saying it's a bit like in life. There are some things that you do that you cannot change, never. And it's the same with the ballpoint pen here.
Ok. Bon, j'ai aussi décidé d'illustrer 3 entités parce que, bon, il y a un adage ici, bon, je vais traduire ça en français, et une chose qui est posée sur 3 piliers ne peut jamais tomber. Donc, c'est pour ça aussi j'ai illustré 3 entités.
Okay, so here you see 3 entities standing on they're standing together, attached to the same foundation, because, if you look at a chair, for example, it needs to have at least 3 branches, I don't know how to say in English, for it to stand up, and not fall down. So the same here, he put 3 entities because you need at least 3 people to have like a solid foundation for anything.
Voilà. Et les entités, ici, en Afrique, ce sont, on peut dire, les anges entre griffes, les vaudous, voilà. C'est le nom qu'on donne ici. Et ce sont des esprits qui font le pont entre le monde des esprits et le monde des humains. Et ce sont des esprits qui prennent pas position, qui sont libres. C'est aussi l'intermédiaire entre nous. Si on veut demander, par exemple, quelque chose, c'est à travers eux, on arrive à communiquer avec la nature. Des fois, vous allez voir que dans une communauté, bon, par exemple, dans un village...
Stop, 2 secondes. Tu peux me répéter le nom aussi de ces esprits?
Le vaudou.
Le voodoo, okay. So he presented some voodoo spirits because they represent the connection between the human world and the spirit world. And if someone where he's from, t'es du Togo, c'est ça?
Ouais, du Togo.
He's from Togo in Africa. And so where he's from in Togo, people reach out to those spirits to communicate with the spirit world. Vas-y, du coup, continue.
Ouais, je disais, dans une localité, si par exemple, la mer n'arrive plus à donner du poisson tout de suite, c'est parce que soit la population a foutu quelque part et pour avoir la solution à ce problème-là, nous sommes obligés d'aller vers une entité pour demander le pourquoi et les sacrifices à faire après, voilà, tout se rétablit, tout va bien.
Okay. So he's saying that when there is something bad that happens in the village, in the community, like there's no more fish, they go and pray to a specific entity, make sacrifices and such to reestablish things in order.
Bon, et aussi, ces entités, s'il vous plaît, vous me savez, ça va? Ouais, c'est comme si. Allô?
Oui, je t'entends, j'attends. Yes.
Et aussi, bon, le processus, je suis passé par les croquis. J'ai fait plusieurs croquis qu'après, bon, certains, je les ai jetés. Et bon, c'est par ce croquis que j'ai pu réaliser après sur mon support. Et bon, c'est un travail que, bon, sur 2 jours, parce que moi, j'ai pas travaillé sur 3 jours. J'ai travaillé sur 2 jours et c'était vraiment, j'ai beaucoup appris parce que faire une œuvre avec le stylo sur 2 jours, c'est vraiment quelque chose. Donc, c'est par l'événement, j'ai beaucoup développé ce côté-là aussi.
T'as développé quel côté, pardon?
Le côté de pouvoir créer, parce que j'ai jamais créé une œuvre au stylo en 2 jours, donc j'ai jamais. Donc, créer et développer ce côté parce que je savais pas, du début, je savais pas que je pouvais terminer aussi et avoir quelque chose de concret à présenter.
Okay. So yeah, he's saying that the live event was very challenging for him because he never did an artwork in just 2 days. So, but yeah, he's really proud to be able to do that in just 2 days. And yeah, it relates to the original prompt as free energy because I guess, yeah, it's the energy between the human and the spirit world. Donc, le relatif à la prompt, c'est parce que la free energy, c'est l'énergie entre le monde des humains et le monde spirituel, c'est ça?
Oui, c'est ça.
Okay, okay. So, yes. So, congratulations, you do that in ballpoint paint. Like, man, if I knew how to do that, I would be less bored at school.
Merci.
Congratulations, bravo. Yeah. Let's applaud.
Merci.
I'll just look at the comments. Brother Screen is saying, Brother Screen, il dit, je comprends être sur une aventure spirituelle, c'est pas mal noble et inspirant cela, monsieur. Yeah, he said, yeah, it's nice to be on a spiritual adventure. It's a noble and inspiring goal, sir. And Juan Gonzalez really liked it. He says it's a cool one, Les Voyageurs. Great job, great job, great job, wonderful. Wow. Well, it's already 2 hours. We have done only half of the artworks. So we'll do it as much as we can. Probably tomorrow we do it reverse side. So in case you guys, some of you want to leave early for whatever reason, you can. But so this is being recorded. So if you come and have to leave, you know, everything will be available as a replay afterwards. Okay. So Scott, let's look at Scott's prompt. Gosh, I need a break. 2 seconds. We should have like a 5 minutes break if you want. I'll just put some music on. And feel free to go to the bathroom or anything. I just need to breathe a bit. Let me see, what do I have? Sorry. A nice transition music, guys. Something to propose. 5-minute break. Kaizen, t'as une musique à proposer? Un groupe que t'aimes bien? No? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Alright, if you guys want more music, let's continue.
Yeah.
Alright. So let's look at a very short prompt again. And I will invite you here with me. Ta-ta-ta. Jorn is always the first one. I don't know how you do that, Jorn. You're so good. Bring users to me. Ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta. Welcome! Alright. So this is Scott's prompt. Scott is also one of Faerian's holders and collectors. I met him in New York during NFT NYC. So hi, Scott. And he did this very cool prompt that inspired 2 artists in the fantasy realm this time. So a hooded dark sorcerer using black magic to raise an army of undead soldiers to fight the living. Wow. This is very dark. And what I like with it is that we have 2 different approaches to it. We have the first artwork from Jakub Jagoda called Necromancer. I don't think he's here tonight. Let me double check. Gallery view. Probably sleeping or not. It's fine. I know him. I know everything about the piece. It's good. So Jakub was one of the artists present at the conference in Lisboa. And I saw him doing his piece like in front of me. Fun fact, he was using a very tiny screen to do it. Like the smallest screen I've ever seen, like a small, maybe the size of 4 smartphones, kind of. So very, very small. And yet he managed to do it in just 2 days, because he really had only 2 days. And he had to do it surrounded by a lot of people. So I wonder, with a lot of noise of the conference, everything, I wonder if he tried to represent all those people talking as the soldiers while like that. No, that's just my interpretation. Yes, and that one, the first one, is called Necromancer. Jakub Jagoda is an artist that really loves dark and edgy themes in general. If you look at his portfolio, you will see even darker stuff than that. But yeah, he's playing on the V2 of it. I'm really looking forward to it. So it reminds me of this movie. Which one was it? It's a recent one. Oh yes, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if you watched it, last Dungeons and Dragons movie at the movie theater. But yeah, you see, same like this, like a powerful lord who tries to gather the spirit of people and to transform them into zombies. So, yeah, very, very communicative here. I would not want to be one of those soldiers. So yes, thank you, Jakub, for this piece. And the other piece from here, from Jan Stehule, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, it's called New Life. I would think like it's almost more positive than the other one. Even in the term of the colors and the approach, it's much more centered on the actual, sorcerer. So Jan, I don't know if you stay here with us. I know you were here before. Let me see. Jan, are you still here with us? Yes, you still here with us. Please talk.
Yeah, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me or?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes. So at the beginning, I actually I wasn't sure what to expect from the prompt list, so I was really happy to find this prompt because I think it suits me really well because I do love games and movies and especially when it has some mysterious plot or I don't know, like darkness. So I chose this prompt and I had an idea to make focused on the sorcerer and I had an idea that we can look at the sorcerer from the view from the downside, as we would be the dead person or the undead person, and the viewer can have a feeling that he or she is at the moment and at that moment and yeah, so and I chose this colors because I don't know, I thought that it suits to the theme of the artwork or the prompt, and yeah, and actually it was pretty tough for me because every time when I do some of this illustration or like something like this illustration, I spend a lot of time on that. And so yeah, it was pretty tough and pretty challenging.
Wow, congratulations, Jan. A round of applause for him.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you're new to spatial, to clap it's a C. Yes. Nice. I see in the stream comments. Wow. So the brother screen again, a big fan. The art does look incredible. It is really well done. He's got some serious talent. Wow. And Juan really likes New Life. He loves the comic style. And Basumo, also one of the artists, he said he loves the depiction of the sorcerer and the composition on both of the pieces. It looks really cinematic. Yes, very cinematic. Yeah, maybe you should get in touch with Jakub and do a collab together, you know?
Yes. I'm open for it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let me take note of that. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Jan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I hope you don't have. I mean, when I look at Jakub, I'm scared. When I look at yours, I almost feel hopeful. You know.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, that's good. Great job.
Thank you.
Any other comments? I'm just double checking everywhere. So many channels. Okay. Kristina has to leave soon. Okay, so maybe Kristina, you did the Belladonna tea, yes. Let's do quickly the Belladonna tea, guys, before she leaves, so we have her. I will bring you where it is. Don't worry, I know exactly where everything is. So it's in the middle. And yes, host tools, again, my magic, bring users to me. Jorn, how did you follow me? You're so fast. Okay, wow, welcome. You're so cute, all of you. So this is Kristina, are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, I'll pin you. Wonderful. Yes, do you want to talk about your piece? So your prompt was by Aeon. I wish to see something occult, mystic, and dark.
Yeah, like many of the other artists, I was trying to find a prompt that sort of spoke to my artistic style, and this one was like it was written for me, so that was really exciting. Actually, I didn't connect with the prompter, but one of the other artists, it was her friend that did this prompt, and she was telling me he was so excited and that someone picked it and that he liked it. That was really cool to hear. But when I'm doing a piece of art, I tend to tell myself a story in my head about what's happening, and I'm always like writing a story about it. And so when I heard this one, I immediately thought of like my favorite fairy tales of witches and witchcraft and doing spells and that sort of feminine power that comes from it. So I have here, I did a little teacup with a poisonous tea made from Belladonna, which is probably one of the more common poisons that you would think of when you think of like witches and or poisonous plants. And there's some other items that I added in there that would be present in like on a witch's table when she's doing some mystic arts or some occult practices. So there's crystals, a potion bottle, a witch's spell book, and I put it all together to have this sort of darker feeling to it of, you know, like there's a witch going to come in right away and cast a spell. And I noticed on the digital, it comes out a little bit more like yellow. The actual physical thing, it's a little bit more darker. So that was interesting change. I didn't realize was going to happen. Yeah.
Wow. And explain us how you did this, like the medium you used, because that's very unusual as well for us.
Oh, yes. So generally, I'm a traditional artist. I do acrylic painting, and I like to also use upcycled materials and make mixed media projects. So with this piece, the background is pages that's ripped from an old copy of Pride and Prejudice that I found that was water damaged. And they are Mod Podged on, so with like a thin layer of like a glue. And then it provides a surface that you can paint on top of. And if you don't paint too many layers, some of the words show through and give that really cool effect that I like, almost like an old book that tell you about different plants, animals, those types of old books that have the really light writing on them. I wanted that sort of effect. So, oh yeah. And then around the edging is just like a really thin wash of color, so it makes it look as if the pages have been burnt or are part of it. So, but it's all done with paint over top.
Oh, thank you, Belladonna. Thank you, Kristina.
Thank you.
When I wrote your name in my like Excel sheet of all the artists, etc., I was like, oh, her name is Belladonna. Oh no, that's true, it's Kristina. Even I'm like, hey, Belladonna.
Actually, I have a very close friend named Donna Bell, and I can't help but think of her whenever I think of Belladonna. She's very dark as well, so it works.
That's awesome. Yeah, this artwork won a special prize from the jury as well. Yeah, it's like very, very interesting composition. Cole Annie is saying, oh, we have a comment from Cole Annie. Belladonna was used by the nobility in Italy to widen the eye pupils.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
But why do you need to widen your eye pupils? Like,
that must have been a sign of beauty back then to have really big eyes.
Yes, like in manga today, or they consider this sexy. Yes, she's saying.
Yes.
Nice.
It's really interesting. A lot of one reason that I love to add poisonous plants into my artwork is because they often have two different meanings. So a lot of plants that we actually consider beautiful, like there's some that we add into wedding bouquets, they're actually poisonous if you eat them or certain parts of them. So I find the plants really fun to put into artwork because of that double meaning, that beauty and the darkness that's inherent in them.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kristina. Thank you. A big round of applause for Kristina.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's clap, 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 guys. See. Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Nice. Veli, I saw you type something in Russian in the chat, but okay, I can speak Spanish, French, but not Russian. Okay.
That means hello in Russian, by the way. I
Okay.
took Duolingo, so I know like the basic stuff.
Who's speaking? Is it
Felipe?
Oh no way. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Not to mention, no, Russian spies or anything, no, just a silly joke. All right, awesome. So since we're here, let's move on to, yes, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Yes, MadCherry. I was thinking if I had something else to say. No, yeah, all good. All right. So the next to Belladonna, we have a garden, Moonlight. Wait, what's the title again? Garden Under Moonlight by MadCherry. I don't think she's in the Zoom here because from what I remember, she's from South Korea, so she's probably sleeping. Let me double check. Yes, she's. No, she's here. MadCherry. Hey, you not sleeping? Hey, MadCherry. Can you do something? I'll send a request. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm a little sleepy. It's really early.
Yeah, you woke up just for that?
Yeah, I wanted to make it on time. I actually overslept and joined kind of late. But yeah. What?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. It's evening there, right?
Yes. So. 10 we yesterday, we in the past, you in the future.
Oh, is it like at midnight right now?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Wow. MadCherry. Well, so we are very lucky to have MadCherry. Wait, who added? Who is this? Oh, I don't know what this is. Okay. Okay, so MadCherry, so your prompt was casting spells under a moonlit sky. A young wizard discovers a forgotten, overgrown garden teeming with mystical creatures. By Jakub from Ovation Network. So, yes, please tell us more about your artwork if you've awakened enough.
Yes, I'll try my best
so
to explain. The one that's on spatial right now seems to be the version before revision, but I actually revised it after I submitted my art to the jury. Anyways, the prompt, it was I really liked the mood of the prompt and how like the image of moonlight and the garden appearing by the young magician is enchanting. So I decided to choose that prompt, and I usually work drawing a lot of imaginary animals. It's one of my series, and I have an NFT collection of it. So I wanted to work on this prompt so I can draw a lot of creatures in the garden. So I did a sketch, and then I usually transfer it to on Photoshop so I can work digitally, and I started coloring. What else should I? Oh, so there's like the little birds with 4 wings and a snake with horns. The lizards on the fruits, they are actually finger lizards. So if you like enlarge it, their head kind of looks like a fingernail. They look like a finger. And I drew a fox, and I drew 2 fairies sitting by the fountain, mushrooms with eyes, and a snail with multiple eye pattern on its shell, and a little fairy rabbit snail on the right side of the garden. That animal is actually from my series of imaginary animals, but I just wanted to include it for fun as well. And the blue lizard in the nearby is the one that I started drawing first, and I actually got to draw its whole body. I just wanted to finish the whole animal, so I drew it. It only the half of its body is appearing on the in the artwork, but it has its whole body. And later on, I created another piece with it. And there are flowers with faces. I like to draw those kind of flowers on my other works as well. And the moon with the eyes, I like to imagine that moon has an eye. So I actually had a little story about it, and I like to include it in multiple artworks of mine. And about the young magician, I gave it a mask, and it's wearing cloak and slippers. Oh, and the idea of this garden was that as the magician enchants, like it casts a spell, trees appear from the above and upside down, and then the garden starts to like grow and appear. That was what I was kind of imagining. Yeah.
Wow, congrats, MadCherry.
Thank
yeah, I
you.
really liking her work. It's a bit like Melani Frank, if you recall. It's all in the small details, and when you zoom in, you see the little characters, and each of them has very specific, different things to showcase. And yeah, and from what I understood, some of your characters, we see them from one artwork to another. You have several artworks in different collections, and sometimes you see those characters again. So it's like a continuity, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, congratulations, MadCherry. A round of applause for her. With a double round of applause because she woke up early this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I know because I contacted someone to join. They're like, "Oh, sorry, I've been in Shanghai. It's gonna be 5 a.m. I cannot do it." You're in South Korea and you join me. Like,
it was actually scheduled 3:30 a.m. in Korea,
oh,
and
no
I wanted
way.
to make it,
I
but I overslept and woke up at 4:30, I think, and I saw it still going, so I joined it quickly. So I'm still happy to make it here.
Yeah,
I'll try to, yeah, and I can hear everyone explaining their artworks, and it's really interesting because I see like people from all over the world, and yeah, so I didn't want it to miss. I'll try my best to join tomorrow as well, but if I can make it up. Yeah, thank you again for arranging all of this.
Thank you so much.
I'm really, happy to be a part of it.
Sure. It's so cool. Oh, we have new people who joined it. Let me just put the YouTube link again. So, because people who just joined the special, they may not know where the audio is. For new people, we are live in YouTube for the audio. Wow, well, thank you so much, MadCherry.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, since we're here, let's turn back. And oh my gosh, Paul, we have a guy in the spatial right now. It's like he has a huge GameStop. I don't know if it's a bot. Are you a real person, Paul? Paul, maybe he can. Paul, are you a bot or a real person? Well, never out. Because it's blocking a bit the view, but that's fine. Oh, Veli, I see you here. Wonderful. You'll be able to tell us more about your art. Paul is a troll. Oh my gosh. How do we kick him out? Can I kick out someone? Let me check. I don't know. I don't know if he's really a troll. I don't want to kick out somebody who may be a good person. Okay, let's see. But anyway, guys, if you want to see an artwork bigger, gosh, this is too much. I'm going to kick him out. Paul? No, he can't hear me. Scourge of Spatial? Okay. Okay, let me kick him out. Remove. Kick. Yes. All good. Whew, now I'm breathing. Alright, so Veli, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. I will pin you. Alright, so your prompt was by Helena, and she really appreciated what you did. A background that reminds you of sacred geometry. On the foreground, something like multi-dimensional human being in communion with nature, amazing colors. So this prompt was actually taken by two artists, Veli and Fiona. And if you want to check Fiona's artwork, I will put it in the chat shortly. But Veli was selected by the jury, so I put the artwork here to focus on it. So it's a video, and maybe Veli, you want to introduce it a bit before we watch the video?
Yeah, sure. Actually, creating art inspired by a prompt was a very exciting and new experience for me. But I was kind of nervous that my art style wouldn't fit any prompt, and I really wanted to stay true to myself and to my art. And when I read the prompt by Helena, I immediately felt connection to it, and I saw an opportunity to try and create something new, yet something that still fits into my art style. The creative process behind this piece consists of few steps. I started with a pencil sketch on paper, then I made a scan of it. After it, I continued to a watercolor layer and made another scan. Then I combined two scans of different layers digitally and added more details and colors. So yes, this piece has a physical version on paper, but it's kind of different from what you see in the gallery. And I also decided to animate this piece. I created 55 versions of this piece to make an animation. At first, I didn't plan to make it an animation at all. This idea came to me in the process. I also saw that it could be a great way to picture amazing colors, as said in the prompt. So I added more vibrant colors to the piece and animated it. To picture the human falling into the meditation, which symbolizing a strong connection to the Mother Nature. So yeah, that's the piece that I came up with.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I was impressed. I remember watching this in the live art, the whole process. Because remember, for those maybe just joined, this whole art we are watching right now, all the artists were doing live art for 3 days, like 2 weeks ago. So you can actually see on YouTube, if you check our YouTube channel right now, you'll be able to see the recording from the first 2 sessions. I still have to upload the next sessions. She's been busy writing this exhibition. But yes, and I saw you, like, I saw very, she was doing everything on paper, just drawing and coloring and everything. And I didn't know she would make a video out of it, I never thought you could mix traditional with digital in that way, So yeah, really, really impressed. Like, it was really interesting to see the whole process from start to end. I appreciate the final artwork, but I really appreciated seeing it all from the beginning, the complete evolution. Very, very cool. Is there any question for Veli before we watch the video of her final artwork? Because what you see so far is just static image. Yes, no, the zoom. Alright, so let's do this. Hop. Uh-oh, it's not charging. Can you see something, guys? I can't see anything. I'll refresh the page.
I only see an icon of an image, but it's empty.
That's fine. Submit your artwork for humanity. Okay, I'll show the original video on the YouTube. It's okay. I have everything here. Here. So if you see, I think you see, let me check. Yes, you can see the screen. So there is no sound, it's just the video that's looping. And yes, as Veli said, it's the same, it's one drawing, but with like 55 different digitalized versions of it that are being animated. So I'll do it again, just a third time in case. Wow. Just wow, congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Alright, I need to go back to the spatial. Oh, Paul came back. Damn it. But he doesn't know where we are unless I call him. It's okay. Tina is lost somewhere. Alright, so weird it's not working. But okay, alright. Thank you, Veli. Let's move on to the next one. We did more than half, guys. Congrats. So here we have a long prompt. Wait, let me see who is awake. I mean, you're both in French, so it's the same. Okay. This is a very long prompt by Marquita. Let me invite you all of you here. And let me kick out Paul. Awesome. Okay, so this is like almost a story in itself. This is actually a traditional media that was done by, let me see if Andressa, are you here? No, she went to sleep, damn it, too bad. Too bad, we missed her by just a few minutes. Okay, I read the story, and just talk a little bit about the process, and then we'll move on to Jorn, who's actually here with us today. And okay. Let me see. Okay. So Marquita. The first thing you notice is her tattoos. Tropical flowers floating on an ocean, stars in a galaxy, and soft winged shapes circling in the sky. The tattoos look like all of this, but they are not. Like delicate lacework or climbing flowering vines, the patterns, details, and subtle colors among the brilliant illustrations are not truly appreciated until you look closely. But you will not know that at his first meeting. She noticed your approach long before you saw her, and you suddenly realized that her beautiful gray eyes twinkle with silent laughter at your startled expression. All of your assumptions about what she would be like are dissolving like morning mist in the sun. They said she was old, dangerous, and a mother, that she came from the hot southern lands, or maybe the far western islands, that she did not tolerate fools, that the colors were gone, that the song was the last gift she had. They were right about all of it, but also completely wrong. Her matronly curves, the glints of silver in her dark reddish hair, and the lines of grief and joy etched into her features do not diminish her all too human beauty. As you take a moment to gather your courage, you appreciate the spot she chose. She is sitting on a stone at the base of a towering conifer tree, or maybe an oak. You're not good at telling such things apart. Her posture is casual, but she is somehow also very alert to her surroundings. The forest is almost cozy, softly lit with the occasional sunbeam. The ground beneath the trees is a rich, deep carpet of moss broken only by small islands of meadow grass, and a surprising variety of wild flowers. The tabby cat beside her is a warm creamy color, and his eyes are lovely peridots, sparkling with unexpected intelligence. If it were not for her iridescent dragonfly-like wings, or the fact that she and the house cat would be a height if they were standing, you could almost mistake her for one of the women from the village. Almost. I feel like the prompt in itself is an artwork. This should be an artwork on its own. I'll tell Marquita. If you hear Marquita, no, this is so beautiful in itself. But yeah, like, wow. So we have a really talented, she's a Brazilian artist living in France, Brittany, Pinwydd Studios. And she did this with like drawing. So this is traditional art with a pencil, and it reminded me of the style of Marco in the very small details everywhere, and the presence of both the human and the nature next to each other. I don't know what you think, Marco. It kind of reminded me of the same style, but like just black and white. And I'm so amazed by this piece. The artist also is planning on a colored version of that for the version 2. And since it's traditional art, is sold with the NFT with the shipping cost included. So I'm so amazed at this piece. I don't know if there's anyone here who have questions, or I don't know, just remarks before we move on to the next artist. Not here. Not here. Oh, Jorn left. Too bad. That's fine. Okay. So, Pinwydd, if you listen to this recording, congratulations again. Beautiful art. Wonderful art. All right. Let's move on to the next piece. And I will put in the chat again the link to the prompts. So if you want to follow the artists, which we're talking about here, list of prompts, very simply go to this link to follow the artists. So that's here, and I'll put it in the other chat too. All right. Let me bring all of you here. Bring users to me. All right.
Hola. Hola.
Hola.
Hola.
Oh, those are people speaking on spatial? Wait. Hi guys, we are live on YouTube now.
Hello. Hola.
Hello? What's going on over there? Happening
here? So you see Cynthia put a link in the chat. If you see the link, you can see the Zoom meeting that we're having, and we're explaining the artworks.
Can I get information on that?
Okay. This is a prompt by Erwin, interpreted by two artists who both won the prize of the jury. Congratulations.
Hi.
Should I just mute people? Guys, tell me if you hear any echo when I speak on spatial too. I hope not. But okay. So those two artworks were made based on the prompts by Erwin. A child staring at the space elevator going to the galaxy. Very short prompts, inspired two artists who won the prize of the jury, two digital artists, Nalani and Roleke. So let me see if, yes, it's better if you go to YouTube, but yes, let me see. Roleke, are you here with us? No, she was here before, but she left probably, going to sleep. And Nalani also is sleeping, that's okay. Oh, thank you for coming. You hear an echo. So if you have an echo, you need to deactivate the sound on spatial, like keep it only on one tab. So I'll just talk shortly about those artworks. So those are digital artworks, one by Nalani. Let me see. Oh, Jaywalk joined the space. Hi, Jaywalk. Yeah, of course, people in South Korea now are waking up. So, yes, let me check what the artist said about it. Let me see. Yes, I know what to find the info. Yeah, this one. And this one. Okay.
Hi.
Alright. So the artist used Procreate. She did not use AI to create the prompt at all. And when I asked her how the final artwork related to the prompt, she said that the wandering child in the night is wearing her space blanket. The power emanating from the elevator going to the sky and the dreamy road the child has to walk in order to get there. And it gave life to the prompt. When she read the text, she just flashed into imagination. Please don't speak if I'm speaking, otherwise I will kick you out of the space. I don't like to do that. Okay. Yeah, she said she had to just draw the image she had in her mind when she saw that prompt in. which I find interesting. Not many of us can do that, right? It's like sometimes I have images in my mind, but when I take the paper, I'm like completely unable to put it down there. So it's really a magical power that visual artists have. Is, you know, they see something, paf, they can put it. It's amazing. It's wow. And yeah, big. It's really a talent that's cultivated through time. Really appreciative for artists to have that. And the next artwork, Elevator of the Imagination by Rolliker, who went to sleep as well. So just share the small info I have. Also a digital artwork that was used when made without AI, no AI. And a little description from the artist. The boy is full of wonder and excitement staring at the space elevator. His dream is coming true. He's going to travel the galaxy. He knows where he wants to go. He knows what he wants to do. He's imagining it all. Off he goes on a big adventure wandering the galaxy to explore the limitlessness of his imagination and to go beyond. And interesting thing, she's saying the same stuff as Melani. Why did she choose the prompt? She immediately saw this image when she read the prompt. Short, concrete, like, you know, and I mean, it's amazing. Like, I don't know how you do that. Yeah, I'm really, man, guys, kudos. So let's clap for the two artists, Rolliker and Melani. Wonderful. I just check everything is okay. All right. Thank you. And next we have Jorn, who went to sleep, but he was here before. I'm so sad. No, you here?
Big clap.
No, he's not here. It's a random person. Okay, so this prompt was given by Rainbow Mojo. And let me gather all of you here. Bring users to me. Awesome. So Kylie, yeah, is an Aborigine girl from Australia. Her name is Boomerang, and she sends messages to the government and population wanting to heighten awareness about bushfires in the Kuranda rainforest, especially after a deadly one that killed her grandma Medica and stopped after Kyle prayed for the Wangina, the spirits of the wind and rain. Oh, so actually, you guys don't know that, but Rainbow wrote a full short story on that prompt. She should have submitted it, but yes, submitted. She has a whole short story linked to that prompt. She should like a short extract of it to submit. And we have a French artist, John, who interpreted it using his own style without AI. So congratulations, Jorn. Let me check because he's sleeping. Let me check the information about what he did. A prayer for the Wangina. Please don't speak if I'm speaking. Write in the chat, otherwise I will have to kick you out. Thank you, or mute you. So.
There's a big cat.
So Jorn is a digital artist. He did not use AI to create this artwork. And how he came to that artwork, he did a lot of research on the Aborigines of Australia. He took their symbols.
He's liking it. He's liking it.
Please don't speak, because there are many people in the space. Thank you. Yes, he took a lot of the symbols, the colors, and he illustrating all of those symbols from the Aborigines in the artwork. Damn it, how do I mute everybody? Sorry, guys.
What's that here?
Let me check my host special magic tools. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I just count on you not to speak. Otherwise, I have to kick you out, okay?
The fuck is this?
Mute. All right. So in Jorn, he said, so Jorn's artwork, let me put the spotlight on it so we can make full screen for the YouTube. Wonderful. Okay. So in the background, you can find the landscape cut into 3 elements. Down, use the smoke of the forest. It represents also the Australian Aborigine flag with the red, the land. In the center, the yellow and the sun aura represent the call to the deities, in addition also recalling the sun's rays and the intensities. It represents the yellow circle on the Australian Aboriginal flag, the sun. And up, you will see the Wandjina calling the rain. And the black behind is also on the Australian Aboriginal flag, the black skin. The grandmother of the prompt is represented via the elongated body in the middle of the scene, with rays from bottom to top, to show an aspect of ascension, path to the beyond, or what there is after. We see a little girl praying, we see the fire, the forest, a lying body, so you can understand the scene quickly and really well. And probably you guys noticed Jorn is using a lot of symmetry, which is typical of his art and very intentional to provide a stabilized reading while having many elements present. And yeah, I mean, congratulations to Jorn. This could be the next. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, this is a new animated movie. Like, no, it's an artwork made in only 3 days. Like, congratulations. A round of applause for him. All right. Very exciting works. Very, very exciting works. I'm really impressed with what everybody can do in only 3 days. All right, let's go back to a bit of fantasy here. I will bring you guys, all of you here. Bring users to me. I'll just check the stream if somebody have comments. No comments, all right. And nice. We are apparently the first.
That's freaky. That's weird.
Please, AI 2484, please mute yourself. Do not speak. And well, guys, great news. We are the first trending space in spatial.io right now with the most people in the room. This is really cool. I'm really, really honored. Yes, I will kick him if he speaks again. So far, so good. Okay, so welcome to. So for the people who just joined recently, I want to give a quick recap. We are watching the results of 3 days of work by 25 artists. So 2 weeks ago, artists gathered online and did live art for 3 days. They had only 72 hours to design a piece of art based on a prompt that was submitted by the public. So each artist was able to pick a prompt to work on, but they were not allowed to use MadCherry or anything, just put the prompt in and do it. They had to do it themselves. AI was authorized, but only with partial use. So that's why I always say whether, when there's a new artwork, whether AI was used. So yes, this is what this exhibition is about. It's about human artists, what the human mind and skill set and genius can do in only 3 days. And here you have a really clear example, many different styles, many different mediums. And it's a reminder for everybody that humans can be creative. don't be scared about what can AI do or anything. You have your own voice, you have your own talents, and no AI can replace that, you know, the connection you have to the people. So yes, this event is called Humanity, and if you're into NFTs, know that everything will be minted in the next days. I will put in the chat on Spatial right now the link to register for you if you have an interest in the mint, so you can just register, you know, so we can contact you after. In the chat, link to register your interests for the coming months. And I will put that also in the stream. Link to register your interests for the coming months. Okay, so Q is saying in the special chat that AI is creating her YouTube podcasts. Never dreamed this in 1,000 years. Yes, we could have a whole different discussions about AI, how it can be used. But yeah, here we focus on art today, and how humans are incredible too. Let's not forget that. Okay, so this one, let's go back to a bit of fantasy and explore a bit a new world. This prompt is by Roger Sandry, who's a fantasy author, actually. And the prompt is quite short. It is elven warrior woman in dark, sturdy leather armor. Wavy dark hair, sassy green, wielding a long curved silver blade with small copper runes etched in the blade and a black basket hilt. Man. So he's an author, so I was like, maybe he's trying to, you know, find a new cover for his book, for his novel. But he told me, no, it's not for commercial purposes. He was just like curious how this, any artist could pick it. And fun story. The artist and the prompter know each other, but the artist picked the prompt without knowing who the prompter was. So when they found it out afterward, they're like, oh my goodness, we're so connected. So, yes, I'm delighted to present to you Coven Chaser by Barrett Frammeyer. I'm like, how do you do that in 3 days? I don't get it. It's like, this is crazy. Let me check what the artist has to say, because I don't believe he's among us tonight, or this afternoon for him. Let me check. Coven Chaser. Yeah, so just about the creative process, how Barrett goes about it. He usually spends a few hours gathering references, then pick a few poses and sketch them out. And for this one, he opened his fantasy elf folder because Barrett is very used to drawing like characters of many different styles. And he found a pose and just ran with it. He loves elves in general, drawing elves. So, you know, when he saw the prompt, he was like, oh, that's for me. But yeah, he used digital. This is purely digital art, and no AI was used. No AI, nothing. Actually, this artist is very much anti-AI, pro and pro-human artist. But yeah, that's what he did in 3 days, and I'm like, wow, wow. It's all in the details. If you see the armor, oh my goodness, the armor, the sword, the scarf, even have a scarf, like even has a pin on the scarf, even all of that. She looks quite happy, and the sword also has something written on it, all the decorations, and wow, like I don't know, I'm a big fan of elves myself and fantasy art, so for me those are like my favorite pieces personally. Is there any comment on the art or anything that you'd like to share? I'll check the Zoom. And I'll share the stream. Okay. All right. So, so this is Coven Chiseled by Rich Farmeyer. Congratulations. A round of applause for him. And next to that, we have an artist in the same style, fantasy illustration, Thomas Durek, who actually did come to the event in Lisboa. And his prompt is a bit longer, also by the brother screen, who were on the chat before. I don't know if you're still here or if you left. It was good to see you. So, prompt by the brother screen, let's read that together. All right. Let me check who's still here in the audience. All right. My prompt will be that of Conan the Cimmerian, the mightiest of Howard's creations, a great hulking warrior of a man who is the very image of the caring, if gruff and cunning monarch. But as he has never been seen before, perhaps as a tent walker. Let us take a moment to momentarily place him in the context of Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings. Had he been a brother in arms to Aragorn, son of Arathorn, to Gimli the chivalric dwarf, to Legolas the youthful, been a protector of the hobbits, and if his lover Valeria of the Red Brotherhood had joined in the defense of Gondor. I suppose my prompt, if you will, is to depict Conan in one scene of Lord, or in a myriad of them, along with possibly Valeria from the Naraniel story, and to depict him not in a heinous light, but as he is in his own tales. A hero no less the equal of the likes of Aragorn or Gandalf in some ways, while still casting them in a great and magnificent light. So, my gosh, I saw Thomas doing this piece in 2 days in the conference with all the people around him, all the noise and all the, oh my goodness, so much was happening, and he managed to do this. I swear, with no AI, all digital art right in front of me. I saw it from start to end, and I was like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that in only 2 days? Actually, he did that almost in 1 day. Like, the first day you already had most of the image, and the second day it was like just the final touches. And I don't have words for that. I just love the colors. I love the. I know I'm putting a preference here as I'm speaking, but yeah, I love the soft pale colors. I love how he's protecting the elf beneath him. So I guess the giant is Conan, and the elf is like an elf in the Lord of the Rings. And wow, just wow. It's like he's protecting her, but from what? Because she's a warrior, she's a fierce, independent woman, and yet maybe he wants to protect her from the sun by providing some kind of shade, or the lights around them is very hopeful. It doesn't seem like there's like a danger coming in, but still he wants to be sure and ready to protect her whenever something comes up. And yeah, I love how the shading goes from orange to pink from the top to the bottom. The pink is in the dress of the elf, but also in the flowers in the front. And the use of light is like beautiful from all angles. Anyway, I'm really, really touched by this piece. Thomas is an incredible person. Yes. Okay, we're almost done visiting the museum. We have 3 more artworks to see. Congratulations, Thomas. Thank you, Tina. A round of applause. Yes. And hi, Carlos, you just joined us on Spatial. Let me check the stream. Basumo is saying that he loves the design and details of Conan. Oh. Okay. Basumo is saying he loves the design and the details of Conan. His posture is just monolithic and imposing, yet you can still feel a warm and protective gesture from him. Yes, you totally get it, Basumo. Congrats. Great. So let's move on to the next artwork. Felipe, you will like it because it's yours. I mean, it's not yours. It's Jaywook's artworks, but you wrote the prompt. So, a river. Do you want to read the prompt? Since you're here.
Okay. Yeah. So the prompt is a river of lava that crosses a forest of immune trees.
Wonderful. Jaywook, are you here with us? Yes, I see you're here. Do you want to unmute yourself? You feel comfortable speaking? Jaywook. I know you're here, Jaywook. Let me see. Ask to unmute. If you want to speak, Jaywook, yeah, perfect. You're here on Zoom. Wonderful.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
What time is it now in South Korea?
Here is 6:45.
Did you just wake up?
I wake up late.
It's okay. Good morning. Good morning, Jaywook. Let's
Yes.
round of applause for Jaywook, for whom it's a morning. All right. Do you want to present your piece?
It's difficult to present my artwork.
Yes. Like, why did you pick? Maybe the first question. Why did you pick this prompt?
This prompt was
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. Easy to describe into image.
So you chose this prompt because it was easy to translate into an image.
Yes.
Okay. Well, different people see different things. That's cool. And you used all pastel, right? All pastel to do this.
Yes.
Wow. And did you face any challenge while doing your artwork?
Can you speak again?
Yes.
No.
Did you have any difficulties, challenges when you did the artwork, or was it easy, like to draw in 2 days because you had like 2-3 days? It was very short.
Yes.
Was it difficult or easy for you to do it in 3 days?
It's easy for easy
but I very fun, enjoy to draw this work.
Okay, MadCherry, you want to help translate me perhaps?
Okay. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
저도 한국 사람이 한국에 있어서요. 혹시 괜찮으시면 말씀하시면 제가 옆에서 영어로 말씀해 드릴게요.
오, 감사합니다.
네. 그래서 아까 저 신시아 님께서 뭐 이렇게 어려운 점은 없으셨냐고 물어보셨는데
네.
네. 네.
어려운 점
거기에
없음?
대해서.
네.
네.
이거 그릴 때 어려운 점은 없었고 그냥 이제 편하게 좀 즐기는 마음으로 그림에 임했던 것 같습니다.
네.
네.
So there wasn't anything typical, any hardships for him while he was drawing. He really enjoyed the process of making the art.
Okay, cool. Felipe, do you have something you'd like to say to J-Rock maybe? Because you were the prompter.
Yeah, I would like to say that seeing the process was really great. I felt like I was very excited when I was seeing it in the stream, and I'm very happy with the results. So if you could say that in Korean.
Yeah. 그 펠리페님께서 이제 그 프롬프트 해주신 분께서 그 스트림으로 작품 이렇게 만들고 제작하는 과정 볼 수 있어서 너무 즐겁고 네 신나셨다고 하고 이렇게 결과 이렇게 나온 작품도 너무 만족스러우시다고 네 말씀해 주셨어요.
감사합니다.
He said thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's sweet. Congratulations. A round of applause for J-Rock. All right. So we have two final artworks. Where is it? Damn it. I am moving my avatar. Wow. So we have a French and a Swiss artist left. Let me invite all of you here with me. Bring users to me because I am God and I control everything on spatial. I can decide where you are at any moment. Just having fun. All right. So this artwork is by Isabelle, a French artist who I know really well for a long time now. I mean, a relatively long time. And the prompt also is really, I mean, it's a bit longer than the previous one, but it's more like, poetic one. So let's read it together. It was submitted by Existence. Crystal clear rivers flow gracefully through lush emerald forests. Devours the waters, imbued with the essence of magic, reflecting shimmering rainbows across the landscape. The trees in this forest are not just ordinary trees, but towering sentinels that twist and curve, adorned with luminescent leaves that glow in hues of iridescent blues, purples, and greens. Colorful songbirds with wings that glisten like prisms flutter through the air. Graceful unicorns roam freely, their coats shimmering with ethereal light, and graceful fairies dance amidst blooming fields of radiant flowers. each petal holding a tiny spark of magic. Mountains soar high into the heavens, their peaks adorned with majestic cascading waterfalls that appear to flow upwards, defying gravity. These mountains are not just rocks, but living beings. Their surfaces covered in intricate patterns formed by ever-shifting elements of earth and stone. Well, the artist took a very literal approach to that, and she tried to. I would love for her if she was here to explain this, but I think she tried to represent like every single element of that prompt into the artwork. This is a fully digital artwork with no AI used. It's done with Photoshop, I believe. Let me just check the few info I have about it. Isabelle. So this is called Éveil féerique, which is French and means feeric wake up, kind of. Yes. Yeah. Let me see. So yes. Okay, I read it. My fellow artwork title, Enchanted Awakening. Okay, that's actually a better translation than mine. Enchanted Awakening depicts a whimsical landscape that embodies the essence of the prompt. It showcases intertwined Siamese trees and an inverted world tree rooted in the clouds. This concept allowed me to create gravity-defying waterfalls that flow in reverse, defying the law of nature. Oh, she has waterfalls that flow in reverse. That's cool. Let me open this bigger. Maybe you will see it. Instead of cascading into the river below, they pour from the mountaintop and into the clouds above. The intense blue color of the river reflects the reference to crystalline rivers in the prompt. Wow. The presence of soaring butterflies and birds guides the viewer's gaze toward distant mountain range, emphasizing the cascade of the inverted world. To maintain a coherent and harmonious color palette, I limited the range to analogous tones of purple. In order to maintain a balanced composition that ensures ease of interpretation for the viewer, I chose not to include fairies and unicorns, even though they are commonly associated with such enchanted landscape. And yeah, the artistic style is usually inspired by Impressionist and Surrealist painters, but this time it's really less details than usual, so that your imagination can really roam as much as you want. The artistic choice contributes to creating a sense of joy, well-being, and enchantment, which really capture the prompt and the theme of freedom. So the whole goal of the artist is really to communicate the idea of freedom, in as much as the element themselves, but also the absence of elements. Like, it's true, we don't see any living beings there, like, except for the butterflies, although the artist could have added some, which I find is a very interesting choice. And she said her goal is to provide to you, to let you co-build it. Like, Faerian is a gallery of imaginary worlds. So she did an imaginative world within a Faerian in itself. It's Matrix. This is Matrix. So yeah, if you feel inspired by this prompt, by this artwork, maybe you will imagine other beings that live in it. I like the idea. Very interesting. All right. I'll check if there are any comments for Isabelle. No, not so good. All right, a round of applause for Isabelle Éveil féerique. Congratulations. Yes, and we finish with Sibylle Laubscher. She's a traditional artist from Switzerland, so many years of experience in her craft. And her prompt was The Color of Winds, where you can see the color of winds, quiet and calm, blue and white, by Mindy Curator, who I think is also South Korean. Maybe you know her, MadCherry. But yeah, I think Sibylle is not with us tonight, so I'll draw from the information I have from it. Color. I mean, on the personal note, I really appreciate just the prompt in itself, because It reminds me of, maybe you guys watch Pocahontas, and there's a song which I love, and she says, "Can you see the color of the wind?" And yeah, it's true. What color did the wind have? I'm like, wait, this is disturbing. And no, it's an artwork to represent the color of something you usually don't see, the wind, right? So creative. So this is made with acrylic and colored crayons on handmade paper. Handmade paper. Oh my gosh, she made the paper herself. That's really cool. So yeah, she really concentrated on making the work have movement, winds, and color, and yet communicating a feeling of peace and quietness with the flat lake. And yeah, she read the text several times, and then she just let her land and brush guide her to first impression. She built up layers in crayon, refining the shapes and balancing the work to create a feeling of harmony and depth. A work of art is a singular totality, making a unique word in itself, requiring nothing from outside. And it's not from the artist. We need to celebrate our human endeavors more and know what makes us human. You know, going back to the start of the exhibition, we're talking about the cyborg. You know, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to use AI to be a human artist? All those things we don't talk enough today. But yeah, like very, very deep. Oh, I realized I didn't put it in full screen for the streamers. So yes, this is The Color of the Wind by Sibylle Laubscher. It's beautiful. It's handmade. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I should go acquire it, because this is just so much. It's one of my favorite songs of Disney. And it's such a creative way to look at it. Yes, you can see. I thought in the beginning it was a valley, you know, this, but it looks like a valley, but you realize it's actually the wind that's being represented in the form of a valley, with the quietness of the lake and the peace of everything. So, very, very, very creative. All right. Well, it's midnight now. We made it through. Congratulations to Sibylle. Allow me to upload. Wonderful. I don't know what you guys think of it. Maybe you have some comments to share. Felipe, what do you think?
I think it's pretty beautiful, pretty stunning how there are like sort of the colors of the rainbow in the wind. I think it's kind of like magical. I like it a lot. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, the rainbow in the wind. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Good point. Wow. Any other comments, either on this artwork or other artworks that we saw before? From people on the Zoom watching now. All right. Well, a round of applause to all the artists and all the artworks and all the people who came today. You all guys all did an excellent job. Like, I'm so impressed at what humans can do in such a short time. Wow, just wow. And yeah, if a human artist is watching this and until the end, please know that you are irreplaceable as a human. And your art is your own self-expression. We will see it in what you do more than any machine can ever do. And maybe you won't do it as perfectly colored or as perfectly proportioned, but that's okay, because the small mistakes are also what makes us human and relatable to each other and connect with each other. So don't worry too much, just do your best. We only want to see your own best. We don't want to see perfection, we want to see your own best. And I think what this is also one of the messages of this exhibition is about. Anybody on Zoom wants to provide comments, anything, let the mic open. on spatial now. Basumo, shouldn't you be sleeping at this hour? It's late in Indonesia.
Yeah, it's kind of late.
Did you enjoy
It's about 5 a.m. right now.
Did you sleep this night?
I haven't slept yet, but I sleep when the sun is rising. I just really enjoy the experience a lot. The digital tour, digital gallery, the melting pot of artists from all over the world, and what we can achieve in just about 3 days, and all the wonderful prompts that the prompters made that inspire us. I just feel it's such an amazing experience for me, and it's an entirely new thing for me. So I'm just really excited. So I can't really sleep yet. I don't want to miss this.
Oh, thank you, Basumo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Yes. Yeah, we did see artwork. Yes, it's so impressive what also you were able to do in just a short time. Incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And guys, if you're watching this, also know that there are more artworks that were done during those days. But it's just that we did a selection with the jury. We selected the best pieces to show. But if you want to see the other artworks that were made, I will put the link in the chat right now. Feel free to browse it. You will also find the link to all the artists, their social media, the artworks that were made, and definitely check them out too, because you know all humans deserve to be celebrated. Honestly, yes, good. Okay. Yes, Ana, Paula, Palero, Yukkin, MadCherry, any last comments for today? And Felipe, I love your cat.
Yeah, the best.
Get to the camera. All right. Well, it's been quite a journey. I didn't think it would last 3 hours to present everything, but with such detail, it's been so cool. All right. So if you missed this today, we'll do the same tomorrow. Yes. So 2 vernissage days, and yes, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today. I will leave you with a little music. I don't know what kind of music should I put. I like to ask the audience, like by you, Basumo, tell me, what kind of music do you like? Give me a title to play.
I love city pop right now. I just love listening to it right now. I listen to Japanese city pop, like forgot the title. I think it's just songs by Maria Takeuchi or Junko Ohashi. I think it really brings a cheerful vibe and moods. The songs from that era.
Okay, I'm trying to find it on Spotify. Yeah, Paula is asking. Yeah, Paula, I will contact you separately on Twitter about it. Okay. Thank you, KG Baby, for your good words. Thank you. Yes, please know to all the people watching, all the artworks you saw, they are available as NFT. They will be available as NFTs really soon. in the next 1 or 2 days. So I'm gonna put again in the chat last time the link to register for your interest. It's also on the special. If you have any question, somewhere there's like a portal. If you access it, you will be able to see the form. Let me just access that again. Just seconds, doing that on special and okay, wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for coming. And music. Well, I still don't know. I just try to put. Well, if you don't remember her, Felipe, do you have a song request?
Well, I really like the. No, I don't know. This is just an idea, okay? But like the Man of Steel soundtrack.
Man Steel?
Man of Steel, the movie, the Superman movie from 2013. But
okay.
you know, I think maybe just lo-fi music would be better.
Yeah, that's fine. I have it. I have one. Yeah. All right, we'll call with the Man of Steel, Flight by Hans Zimmer.
Right.
Thank you. It's true. It's true. Yeah, but someone's doing a very good thing. We should go with license free music. Otherwise, I'm gonna have issues again when I go to YouTube. License free Epic Music. I have a good one. quite an epic ending for tonight. All right, thank you so much for coming, everyone. This is the end of the stream, and see you tomorrow, perhaps, or on Twitter, Instagram, everything. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Sleep well, or good day, wherever you are.
Cynthia, I don't know if you were trying to speak.
Oh yes, damn it, I spoke. Yes. Yeah, I was saying a very good night to everyone, a very good day. Thank you all so much for coming. It was a pleasure to have you. And yeah, Paula is asking if we'll have other events like this. Yes, I mean, I have so many good feedback for this event that I'm already talking with new other people like about organizing, but we'll see. There's no promise yet. But if it's a format you really like and we can improve anyway, yes, would let me do up to do that again. Thank you all so much for coming and trusting me, Faerian, the gallery, everything over those past weeks. It's been quite an intense ride. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. I will end the stream now.